momentum of the Birmingham Bulls came to a screeching halt last night at the Pelham Civic Complex as the Fayetteville Marksmen came out looking like a team that was playing in the finals of the SPHL Championship by beating the Bulls 4-2. The Marksmen fired 55 shots on goal at Jacob Musatelli and forced Birmingham to chase them down all night long. Musatelli played incredibly for the Bulls, keeping us in the game all night long. But a pair of early goals in the third period that were a couple of puck luck goals, greasy goals if you will, into the night for Birmingham. But they count too. Fayetteville came to play last night, ending a stretch of games in which they lost 4 of their last 5 games. It was clear the Marksmen changed things up last night, working very hard all night long. But that was last night. Tonight brings the Bulls a chance to get back on track and make last night just a blip on the radar and continue what they started 2 weeks ago, winning 3 of 4 and only dropping 1 game, and that being in a shootout. But what will be interesting to see tonight is out of this young Bulls team is how they respond to, quite frankly, being outworked at home to end a winning streak. Will it be like last night, or will the Bulls bounce back and take the fight to Fayetteville? One troubling aspect of the season thus far for the Bulls is how they play at home. Birmingham wins more on the road than at home. Our home record is 1 win, 3 losses, and 2 shootout losses. That must be improved upon, and it needs to start tonight. And I have a feeling it will. There is no way this team doesn't come out mad and angry, as I'm sure Craig Simchuk and Kevin Kerr both have made sure their guys are ready to go. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Jody Chernesky, along with Greg Drevany once again, to hopefully describe all the action for you tonight. Greg? At least for me, last night was eye-opening. We said the words work and outwork most of the night long, all night long last night. Is it that simple to make it more physical, work harder for the puck? And how do we make our night easier on our goaltending?
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, where when you look at the Bulls coming in this year and with the number of rookies that they have, you know, we talked about it before we even got on the air and earlier in the week about the goal for the Bulls and the motto for the Bulls is be better today than we were yesterday. And I felt like ever since they went on that winning streak, they've been doing that. They've been taking baby steps and getting better and getting better and getting better. And last night was one of those situations where things changed. You know, they went on a 4-game streak. They got rid of the 0 in the wins column. They moved up. They were a 500 hockey team. They were sitting, 6th in the standings?
Yep.
And they haven't been in a situation this year that they haven't come into a game and they were considered the underdog. So when you're the underdog, you come in, you're like, okay, well, we're gonna prove everybody wrong. And from the aspect last night, they came into a game where Fayetteville was on a tank streak.
Yep.
Right? And you're sitting there looking at the standings, and now you're above them. They're behind you. And you know what? I just don't think they came in mentally prepared. But that's one of those things that as a child matures, right? Don't touch the stove. Well, what'd we all do?
Yeah,
we touched the stove.
Yep.
And then we learned not to touch the stove anymore. So that's what I'm hoping last night was for the Bulls. I'm expecting to see them come out and get back to the way that they've been playing. And like I said, when everybody pulls the rope and they all do it in the same direction, the Bulls are a team to be reckoned with. But you're as strong as the weakest link in the armor, and that was evident last night. If there's a couple guys who aren't picking up their guys, they don't have active sticks and active legs in all 3 zones, then you know what? Hockey gods aren't going to respect you, and you're going to get goals like the ones that went in the third period that go off your defenseman's skate. No fault to Musatelli, but that's just an unlucky goal.
The one that got me last night was when the puck was in the crease for at least 7 seconds and nobody could move it out, and it finally squirted underneath Musatelli, and he's just standing there looking as if, what has happened?
Yep.
I hope that doesn't happen tonight. I hope the shots on goal are a lot lower than we gave up last night. 55 shots on goal against is the most I've ever seen a Bulls team give up, and it was legitimate 55 shots on goal. Agreed?
It was 100%.
So with that said, as we're waiting for the player introductions to come out, this will be the last time Fayetteville comes to Pelham Civic Complex this year. We'll play Fayetteville 3 more times, all after the new year in Fayetteville. So I hope we can turn it around from last night and send a message. We got a full slate of action around the league tonight. In the middle of the league, all the way down to 8th place, it's kind of packed up. Anybody can jump anyone right now. But you got to start somewhere, and if you're Birmingham, boy, you want to flush last night and come out and make it your night tonight.
Oh, 100% you do, Jody. And that's the difference. They say, well, it's only one game. Well, it is. It's just one game. But, however, the philosophy and the psyche that goes into looking at the standings today is a lot different than yesterday, because all of a sudden, now you're not a 500 hockey team anymore. You're sitting in 8th place. And everybody else, you see how tight it is, but a win tonight gets you out of 8th place, gets you back up in the middle of the pack, and then you're ready to go, looking forward to your next weekend.
Birmingham comes into tonight's game. This will be the Bulls' 11th game of the year. And, Greg, we don't have a regulation win yet in this season. Can you explain that?
I cannot. That's unbelievable. Interestingly enough, Jody, I was looking at college hockey, club hockey, the ACHA standings, and I thought it was very interesting when I was sitting there doing the math in my head, and for a regulation win, they give 3 points in that league.
Yeah.
So when you say that, that just speaks to me about thinking about that, and it's like, yeah, that's something you want to change, because you can see last night, it only takes one bad bounce off a skate. Then you can't sit there. You can't run the wire forever. You know what I mean? And just hope to come out on the other side. You got to get beyond the wire, sticking the knife in, so to speak. Don't just stick the knife in. You got to stick the knife in, and you got to twist it, and you have to end your opponent.
Well, I know I'm old school. I lived during the time when you played a hockey game and it was tied, it was over with at the end of the third period. I still, to this day, hate that they give an extra point for losing in overtime or a shootout. The games were always 2 points apiece. The extra point, I'm happy we have them.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, that 3 point for a regulation win, I don't know if that's a bad idea or not. Well, it is the way it is. We got to work on this tonight. The player introductions are going on right now as we await Fayetteville to come on the ice. And one thing I'll say about Fayetteville, they're going to come back with Colby Muse tonight. He didn't have a bad game last night at all. He faced 35 Bull shots and shut them down to 2 goals.
Right.
So this is two teams that have 2 good goaltenders, if you ask me. And I don't know what'll happen, but I have a feeling we're going to see Birmingham coming out with a little more fire tonight in the first period than last night.
Well, there's no surprises. Where I think you really nailed it last night. I don't know if you said it on the air or, in between periods or whatever, but when you talk about studying film, you can only study film and prepare for what you see.
Right.
And I agree 100% with what you said. I don't think anything that the Bulls saw on film up to this point was anything like what the Fayetteville Marksmen brought to the table when the puck dropped.
You're right. All right, we're getting set for our national anthem. We'll bring it to you as the announcer comes out on the ice. Here's our national anthem.
For the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were still gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You guys got a set of pipes on him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, About a minute and a half away from opening faceoff. Starting lineups for tonight. First, for the Fayetteville Marksmen. Defensively, they'll go with Ryan Leith and Caden Meyer. Caden Meyer was signed to a contract today for Fayetteville. He had just finished up his 5-game player tryout agreement yesterday. So they must like what they saw. They signed him to a contract today. Up front, we'll go with Graham McCrory, Johnny Monkovich, and Tim Kent. Johnny Monkovich, Tim Kent, and Graham McCrory accounted for 6 points last night and +9. That's the line you have to watch.
Yep, 100%.
For Birmingham defensively, we'll go with Doug Scott, Connor Scahill. A little juggle in the lineup up front. This line we'll see tonight, Kip and Phil Edzianko. But tonight, Colton Olenek will be on the line with him. What do you make of that, Greg?
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, where you just said that Fayetteville's top line accounted for 9 points last night.
Yep.
Okay, so this is definitely the Bulls' top line, in my opinion. So we'll see how they do and come out tonight.
Hayden Stewart will be the goaltender for the Birmingham Bulls. 1-2-0-2 record, 2.92 goals against, 909 save percentage. Colby Muse again tonight, 3-3-1 at 2.30 goals against and a 914 save percentage. The referee, William Jacques, linesman Brett Darzinski, and Anthony DeMarte. Craig Simchuk, Kevin Kerr, the coaches for the Birmingham Bulls. Kyle Sharkey for the Fayetteville Marksmen. As they set the clock to 20 minutes, we're about set to go here at the Pelham Civic Complex. Birmingham going back with the WHA jerseys tonight. They're in red with the old Bulls logo that John Bassett brought from Toronto when they were known as the Toros.
Toronto
and
Toros.
That was when I was in elementary school, the Birmingham Bulls came, and this is the logo they had. And we're underway. Fayetteville in white, Birmingham in red. Meyer plays it behind his own net. Backhands one over for Leith. Kent chips it over for McCrory. Cross-ice pass, Monkovich picks it up. Birmingham's defense goes down. Monkovich loses the puck, though, as it comes behind the net around the near boards. Kip Ledzianko is there. Phil, that is. Phil off the stick of Scales, picked up by Leith, and Fayetteville will come the other way. Tried to set it up for Kent. Matt Wood intercepted, chipped it into the corner. Birmingham can't get it out. Centering pass, look out, that one deflected back to the Bulls defense right in front of Hayden Stewart. And it's off the stick of Phil Edzianko, and Fayetteville will gain control again. Just underway, first period, no score. There's a shot that was deflected by the Bulls into the netting out of play, and we'll have our first stoppage of play and face-off in the Birmingham Bulls to the right of Hayden Stewart.
Interesting first shift there, Jody. It was about a 25-second shift for the Ledziankos and Olenek. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Face-off. Loose, picked up by the Bulls as Youngworth corrals it, sets it up for Wood. Chips it through center ice, trying to set it up for Murphy. It goes all the way down, and icing is called as that pass from Wood came across the Birmingham side of the red line, so we'll come back down and try it again.
Good hustle by Murphy. He'll take more of that. And I tell you, Jody, a guy I'm going to keep my eye on tonight is Kennedy for the Bulls. He was one who really impressed me quietly last night, and he's a guy that I'm starting to notice more and more here as he gets a few more games under his belt for the Bulls.
These are young kids playing for the Bulls. 10 rookies on this team. They're going to have their ups and their downs.
Yep.
And you have to expect that. They will grow, as you said, throughout the season and learn what to do and what not to do. And hopefully, by April in the playoffs, we're set. Nice shot there. Stewart makes the save, hugging that right post. The rebound comes to the Bulls, and Wood has it at center ice. Chips it over for McGregor Sinclair. Backhands one in the zone. Muse will stop it and corral it around the far side. Moran tried to chip it out and does. And back to get it for the Bulls is Gagnon. Gagnon loses it, tried to set it for Sinclair. Gorman intercepts, brings it into the Bull zone, cuts wide, takes a shot, save made by Stewart. Rebound cleared back to center ice. Now Birmingham intercepts, that's Kennedy right in front of the Fayetteville bench, takes the puck and sends it in deep. Birmingham wholesale line change, D and forwards coming out. Gorman sets it up far side. There's Tim Kim. Tim Kim back to Mouse. He just lost it off his stick, or he had a 2-on-1 shot there. Love hammers one back in, stopped by the Bulls. Kennedy, he'll set it up far side for Jamie Dorsey. Banks one off the glass and out. and it comes right to Bulls. Far side, there's a setup in front for Kennedy, just out of his reach. Near side, Kennedy sends it back. Played there by Soretsky. He loses it. And Mouse just gingerly tips one into the Bulls zone. Dorsey is there. He has it behind his net. He'll set it up far side. Bulls escape. Phil Edzianko has it. One man back. Now one off the bench. Stops him. There's a shot right into the midsection of Muse, who saw it the whole way, made the save. And that's Birmingham's first shot on goal tonight.
I don't know, Jody, if it's just me or maybe I'm seeing double, but when Ledzianko got that pass and he let it go behind him, picked it up on the other side. Nifty play there by Ledzianko, but I swear I counted 6 guys on the ice.
For who, Fayetteville?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Kent came off the bench. I don't know where his replacement was at the time, but you're probably right. Off the draw, Leith has it. He'll set it up far side for Monkovich. Gets past everyone. Bulls intercept. Right back in is Phil Edzianko, but far side, I believe they'll rule his brother offside.
Yep, Scott was in on the pinch, Jody. He was coming back out and just got caught on that side of the blue line by one step. And Ledzianko, he was in the hurry-up offense. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I like that quick style, quick turn. You can kind of sometimes catch them napping, or at least on the heel of their skates. And if there's anybody that can do it, it's the Ledzianko twins. Face-off just outside the blue line. Control, Leith has it. He just dumps it in. It gets past Stewart. Far side, Scott. Near side, it's set up for Sherratt. Sherratt's first shift of the night. Gets past everyone. This will be no icing as Meyer touches it up before it crosses the goal line. Forechecking by Birmingham. Good play to set it up. They chipped it away but lose it, and it comes back to center ice where Sherratt will hammer it right back in. Aaron Sherratt playing his second game for the Birmingham Bulls. Bloodline is there. His brother Ben playing for the Detroit Red Wings, and as I said last night, his grandfather won a Grey Cup with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Monkovich gets past one. Save made by Stewart. He got past Sherratt and got the shot off. Stewart was there hugging again that right post. Behind the net, Scott has it. He'll set it up for Murphy through center ice. Shane Murphy skating. Has Sinclair with him. Gets past him. There's a shot. Stick to side easily by Muse. Rebound far side. Scott had it. Chipped it in, but it's right back out. And Birmingham will reset. Taking it away by Holmes. He'll come back in his own zone. Backhands the pass out. And here we go. Through center ice. One to get it is Wilkie. Sherratt catches up with it first. Couldn't control it. Aonzo has it centered out in front. Gets past at least Wilkie for the moment. And Birmingham will clear down the ice. Holmes has it. He'll skate it back into the Bull zone. Blake Holmes takes the shot. Save made. Rebound loose. Picked up inside the blue line by Wilkie. Far side. There's a shot deflected just wide of the net. Fayetteville starting to buzz now with the puck in the Bull zone. Love comes on as a replacement. Anzai sends it far side. His pass is deflected and intercepted by Connor Scahill, and the Bulls clear. Played by Tyler Love behind his own net. Up the far boards for Wilkie, who sends it into the Bull zone. Back to get it to Jamie Dorsey, and an icing will be called. That was a close one there, but Wilkie actually asking about it. He thought he was onside.
Well, and you can see, Jody, Fayetteville picking right up where they left off.
Yep.
And, you know, for everybody watching at home and, you know, anybody listening on YouTube, what they're doing is as soon as their defenseman gets control of the puck in their zone, the forwards are gone. Everybody's cheating north and playing up around the Bulls' blue line. Quick transition through the neutral zone, and the Bulls are going to have to account for that.
Davis has it for Fayetteville. They set it up far side. It's loose. Birmingham has it. Olenek tips it back to Jamie Dorsey, and we'll set up there at center ice. Bill Edzianko tried to get it to his brother. It's intercepted. Tim Kim brings it in. He's shifty. Kim's shot goes wide, though, and comes to the near side where Olenek sends it out for Phil Edzianko. Gets past Kep. Now it's loose. Still loose at center ice. Ryan Leith has it. He has it taken away from him by Olenek, and he puts it back in to the Fayetteville zone. 14:39 to go, first period, no score. Between Birmingham and Fayetteville as that puck lifts into center ice. It comes into the Birmingham zone. Mouse with a shot. That one was steered aside by Stewart. There's another one, goes right through the crease. Leith from the point. He takes the shot. Never made it through to Stewart. Tim Kim has it. Played by Gorman. Chance Gorman tried to get it back to Kim. Birmingham intercepts, and they'll set it to the far side and out, but can't control it. Loose, pass Murphy. This is going to be an icing call as Lee touches up. And once again, Greg, when Fayetteville sets the puck up in the Bull zone on offense, I'm noticing there's one player from the bench that immediately replaces either a defenseman or a wing. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it. When they have the puck in the Bull zone and control and possession of it, they're sending out fresh legs from the bench.
Well, it's fresh legs, Jody, and the hardest guy to pick up when you're on the back check is a guy that isn't in your field of vision. So you're skating back this way, and so often you're looking, okay, who's going to pick up somebody? And if 4 guys are getting picked up and you don't see anybody else, that's the dangerous guy coming in from the bench on your backside. That is often the one that's left open and things like that. So we'll see how that pans out for the Bulls. But
well, if we can see it, hopefully the Bulls can too.
Oh, absolutely. But Fayetteville, as far as, last night with their shots on goal and things like that, tonight they've had a lot of opportunities already, scoring chances that they haven't hit the net. They've missed the net 4 or 5 times already.
Face off to the right of Stewart. McCrory on the draw for Fayetteville, wins it. There's a shot right off the face-off, goes wide. Played near side, past Sadowski, has it taken away. Wilkins has it. One-timer by Kent goes wide. Rebound right at the top of the face-off circle, still loose, being fought for, picked up by Fayetteville. Back at the point for Wilkins. There's a shot coming in, save made by Stewart. He couldn't control it, so he steers it to the corner. Birmingham can't get possession of the puck. Played by Fayetteville, right through the slot. Backhander intercepted nicely by Sherratt, and here we go back, 2-on-2. Sherratt and Sinclair. Sherratt loses it, had it poked away from him, and the puck is lifted out of play. I don't know if that deflected off of anyone or not. If not, it's a penalty, but I do believe it was deflected. The referee, William Johnson, conferring with the linesman to see what they think. What do you think, Greg?
Well, I don't think that there's going to be any call there, Jody, because regardless if it went off the glass or not, it still hit that air.
It's got to be a penalty, Greg.
It hit the air duct up here and then careened off the air duct into the crowd.
The penalty box door for Fayetteville is open, signifying yes, and Wilkins will go in to serve the penalty for delay of game. Birmingham will be on their first power play of the night. Last night we were 0 for 1. Birmingham does have the top power play unit in the league, scoring 9 goals, 28.1% rate. Fayetteville's penalty kill is 8. They kill the penalty off 79% of the time and have given up 6 power play goals. Birmingham has given up a shorthanded goal this year.
Well, and this is a big opportunity for the Bulls, Jody, to right the wrong of last night in those 3 shots.
Sadowski has it, gives it to Ledzianko. Phil had it deflected by Meyer, and he'll clear the zone. Mouse almost went in. Olenek saves it, puts it right back in deep to the Bull zone, though. And this power play, 20 seconds old. Phil Ledzianko has it, drops it back for Sadowski. Ahead to Kip, who tips it in. Meyer is there for Fayetteville to try and get it to Mouse. He does. In the corner, Sadowski pitching in, keeps it alive for Olenek. Cross-ice pass near side for Ledzianko. Phil has it. Down low, back to Phil. Back at the point, Sadowski returns it to Phil. Cross-ice pass, he was trying to connect with Olenek. He didn't expect it. Birmingham still with possession. Phil Ledzianko with it just inside the blue line. Sadowski had it taken away, and look out, here we go. Mouse on a breakaway, shorthanded. Olenek trying to get back. Mouse left wing side, comes in. Backhand, save Stewart! And Birmingham tries to clear it out and find Murphy. They do. Murphy just took it away from Monkovich but couldn't control it. Birmingham giving up a short-handed breakaway. Luckily, Stewart was there to slam the door. 40 seconds of power play time remaining for the Bulls. Kennedy sends it to the far corner. Still being fought for over there. Murphy comes in to help. Soretsky is there as well. Loose puck squirts free, picked up by Love. He can't clear it. Kennedy has it. Kennedy plays it down low. There's a shot save made off the stick of Murphy. 2 Bulls players go down on the play, and Fayetteville will clear the zone. Had possession, couldn't keep their skates on. Birmingham in their own zone. 10 seconds, 5 seconds now left on the power play. Karan has it at center ice. His power play is done. Picked up by Meyer. He clears it back into the Bull zone. So we're back at 5-on-5 hockey. Birmingham 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Managed to get one shot on goal in that power play. Played by Zimmer. Damon Zimmer is seeing his first action of the night. Sends it up to the far corner. Banked, kept alive by the Bulls. Back at the point, and an exploding stick's going to cause another breakaway. Youngworth stick exploded. Here comes Caden Cahill. Save made. Rebound through the crease.
Wow.
It managed to stay out. Doug Scott has it now. He'll bring it into the Fayetteville zone. Sets it up. The shot goes just wide of that far left post. Ryan Leith behind his own net. It comes right out in front of Muse. Birmingham has it. Shot blocked by the fence. Finds the stick of Dorsey. His shot goes wide. Phil Ledzianko with a bad angle shot almost squeezed it in between the post and Muse. And Birmingham with their first good flurry of the night, Greg.
Definitely good opportunities by the Bulls there, Jody. You see they're getting a little more traffic down there in front of Muse. Dorsey came in, had a really good opportunity shot. It was just deflected at the last second by good defensive play there by the Marksmen, getting that stick in the shooting lane. But, Jody, one thing I'm noticing, when you're having that kind of a run in hockey where, like, what do we see, a broken stick on the blue line, you know what I mean? It's like you're just not getting the breaks. You just got to play the simple game. No one guy can change what's going on.
That's 2 breakaways that Hayden Stewart has stopped tonight. Remember that. There's a shot from the point, blocked just in front of Muse. Score! Phil Ledzianko saw his brother far face-off circle, slid a rocket pass over, and kept hammered it home behind Muse. Birmingham takes a 1-0 lead.
And that's what I'm talking about, Jody. Nothing pretty about that goal right there. That's what you call a goal from a broken play, where the defenseman, a good first shot, the defenseman went down and blocked it, but it was when that rebound came out, that's not something, it's not coming in across the blue line and setting up an offensive opportunity. Ledzianko jumped on the open puck, was the first guy there, saw his brother straight across, bang, 1T, and the Bulls are rocking and rolling with a 1-goal lead.
That's Kip Ledzianko's 5th goal of the season. We know his brother Phil gets 1 assist.
Score, Benjamin 91.
Back to action. Johnny Monkovich brings it in the Bull zone. Gets past one defenseman. Nice play by Gagnon. He poke checks it away and has the puck. Slides it behind the net for Sherratt. Up ice, center ice to Wood. Tried to get a streaking Sinclair's off his stick. Bounces back to the far boards and out of play. Birmingham starting to skate now the way Fayetteville did early on.
And I know it's the little things, Jody, and maybe I overanalyze some things, but when the Bulls weren't getting many shots on goal in the early going of this game, all their dumps, they were hard dumps, they were rim arounds right behind, getting stopped by Muse behind the net and giving up possession. That whole opportunity and that offensive rush there by the Bulls came, Zimmer got his first shift, comes in off the bench, intercepts the puck at the red line, comes down across the blue line, and he does a little soft cross-ice dump. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Keeps it away from the goalie, little cross-ice dump. Everybody else goes in there. They work the shift down low, swap out guys. Ledziankos get out there, and bang, it ends up in the net.
Is there any more dangerous players that they're great players in this hockey league, don't get me wrong. But when those twins are skating and they're connecting with those passes, I don't know how you stop them. Last night they had several opportunities, but their one-timers were well wide of the net. Tonight it was right on mark.
Well, one of those things, Jody, where you wonder if they don't have some, Wonder Twin powers activate. You know what I mean? With just that sense of one just knows where the other one is, and they're like an extension of each other out there.
All right, 1-0 Bulls lead, 9:56 to go here in the first period of play. 8-5 shots on goal right now in Fayetteville, but this first period feels a heck of a lot different than last night's did.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Goal was scored by Kip Ledzianko, assisted by his brother Phil and Jamie Dorsey. 1-0, even strength goal. Right after the power play expired.
Well, but you don't know how important it was for the Bulls to get that. But what do you learn from that? All the passing around and looking for the perfect play on the power play, shoot the puck on net and just take what's given.
Sherratt sends one in off the glass, back played from the far side. Behind the net, Soreski has it. He's hit by McCrory, still fighting for possession. The puck squirts free, and it's picked up by Love. Love sets it up. Tried to hit it for Monkovich. It's off his stick. Soreski will turn it back in for the Bulls. In the near corner, Love chips it. It gets back, and here comes Fayetteville the other way. McCrory has it. Cuts past Soreski. Never got the shot off, but right through the crease. Puck set up far side, still loose there. Tipped up out of the zone and into neutral ice, where Meyer sends it right back in. Bulls have it in their own corner. Deflected out of play. That's the third puck, Greg, in 2 nights we've seen in that same spot right behind the benches. You rarely see pucks escape into what we would call the 50-yard line seats, but that's what happened.
Absolutely, and, you know, Bulls on the play there. Little bump over to the side wall and looking to make a play up and hits the skate. You know what I mean? It's fortunately, hey, I'm glad it went out of play. But those are the ones that hit a skate, go, and then everybody's running around because it's a broken play.
Defensive zone face-off for Birmingham. Phil Edzianko opposite Sam Anzai. Puck is dropped. Went right in on goal, but Doug Scott was there for Birmingham and gives it to Kip Ledzianko. Phil tips it in. It gets past Meyer, who will catch up with the loose puck first. Meyer loses it. There's a shot. Big pad save as he kicked that right foot out. Nice shot by Birmingham on another giveaway for Fayetteville.
Well, that's the pressure from the Bulls, Jody. Sending 2 guys in. They're not giving Fayetteville time to set up.
Now, it's in the Bulls' corner. Sadovsky had it, chipped it around far side where Caden Cahill will catch up with it first. Olenek on him. Backhands a pass over, hit the side of the net. Now behind the net, there's a centering pass out front. Anzai has it, slid it through the crease. Cahill was there. He just couldn't catch up with the puck. Now here comes Doug Scott. He'll bring it in, slide it to the blue line, and they're going to call that offside. I don't agree with that one. Kip Ledzianko's arguing, and he's right. Scott slid that puck over, and it never escaped the blue line after he gained it.
It was one of those ones, Jody, that puck came straight across on the blue line.
But it didn't leave the blue line. It didn't leave the zone.
I agree. So
either way, we're going to face off right outside that Fayetteville blue line. 8:24 to go, first period. Birmingham up 1-0. Bulls control the draw. Sent back into the Fayetteville zone where Muse will stop it. Zimmer was there. He couldn't take it away. Fayetteville has control, and they'll skate away. Ryan Leith through center ice, tipped in by Gorman to the Bull zone. Stewart will play it far side. He goes down. Look out. Tim Kim has the puck. Gives it to Gorman. Stewart's back on his feet. Wilkins has it now. He tried to get a shot off. Zimmer blocked it. Played by Tim Kim, who's hit by Wood. Wilkins with a shot. That's deflected wide in front. Gorman was there. Scahill was on him, and Birmingham clears as Sinclair tips it to center ice. Zimmer forechecking. Wilkins curls away. Sets it up for Gorman. Brings it in the Bull zone. Near corner shot. Taken away by Zimmer. Sets it up off the boards. Soreski has it. A shot deflected just over the shoulder of Muse, but just high the crossbar. Birmingham can't keep it in. Fayetteville will escape. Played there by Mouse. Gives it to Monkovich. Monkovich, that is. Monkovich takes the shot. Glove save made by Hayden Stewart. And Gagnon. And I believe that's Scott. No, it's Youngworth. Right in front of him to make sure nobody bothered Hayden Stewart.
Good job by Kennedy in the neutral zone with a big hit right in front of the Fayetteville bench, Jody. That's what you want to do. You want to set the tone early. You don't want to let them get that freewheel burning feeling they kind of had last night where they were just skating all over the place. So good job by the Bulls.
Well, there's no Bulls standing around watching a hockey game tonight. Right. They're moving.
Well, and Sadowski, when you mentioned Cahill being all alone on the back door, great job by Sadowski to get over there, but he stayed active with him. He didn't worry about the puck. He worried about keeping his man tied up, making him pay the price for standing in front of the net.
Face off to the right of Hayden Stewart. McCrory and Phil Edzianko. Puck dropped, no one really controlled, chipped off the boards and out, and going to get it is Colton Olenek, one man back. Colton couldn't get the shot off, it was deflected by the defense. Into the near corner, Phil Edzianko tried a backhand pass taken away by Kent, and back comes the Fayetteville Marksmen. They couldn't send it into the zone as it was deflected. Bulls defense has it. Phil tips it in. Line changer for the Bulls. Ryan Leith has it. Tries to get away from one bull. Gives it to Tim Kent. Kent had a pass from Meyer he wasn't expecting, so he'll have to curl back in behind his own net. Sinclair will forecheck. Almost a turnover there was. Murphy in front, deflection off the post.
Oh my God.
Rebound there, blocked by the defense.
Gotta be kidding me.
Of Anzai. Wrap around, chance. There's a shot by Sinclair. How did that not go in? Sadovsky had it, bounce off his stick, and the puck clears the zone for Fayetteville. How does Birmingham not score there? Far side played by Birmingham. Murphy had it, gets it back to his defense, sends it back into the Fayetteville zone where it's taken by Tyler Love. Off of his own man skate, right back in, played by Alex Davis. 5:52 to go here in the first period. Birmingham 1, Fayetteville 0. Caden Cahill deflects one in. It gets past Stewart, played by Sadovsky. Backhands one over for Sherratt. Getting a lot of ice time tonight is Aaron Sherratt. Wilkins lifts one high, and that will blow the whistle dead as it's out of play. So with 5:35 to go, faceoff will come up at center ice. Explain why that's not a goal, Greg.
Well, I get that. Jody. I get how sometimes the pucks just don't go in.
Yeah.
But you know what? With the pressure that the Bulls are having and how they're turning it around and they're forcing these turnovers by Fayetteville deep in their zone, I'll take it right now. The problem when you don't get chances.
Played by the Bulls through center ice. Loose, picked up by Soretsky. He tips it in, but it's picked up by Holmes, and he whips one around the boards. Puck squirts free from everyone. Back to get it is Birmingham in their own zone. Doug Scott with it. Center ice for Soretsky. Nice nifty backhand pass over for Karan. Philippe Karan tried to spin around, but it didn't work. Sends one up for Kip Ledzianko. Backhands one in the corner for Kennedy. He'll send it around near side. Still being tied up. Comes free for Kip. Kip Ledzianko behind the net for Karan. Wilkins takes it away, and he'll skate in his front of his own net. Look out. He gets it ahead for Blake Holmes. Holmes gets a big hit there from Scahill and loses possession of the puck. Birmingham will turn it. Scott brings it in, has Olenek with him. Scott tried to curl away from Meyer, gives it to Colton Olenek behind the net for Phil Edzianko. He comes out in front, centers one, Kip fanned on the shot. Phil with the puck now, his near boards. He's taken down, there's a shot off the leg of Holmes. No penalty called on the play. Puck sent far side, played by the Bulls. Behind the net, Fayetteville will have it. Blake Holmes takes the hit from Olenek. Sets it up far side. Oh, that stick comes up, no call. And now Birmingham comes in and takes care of business since the referee wasn't. That was McGregor Sinclair. Good job, McGregor. That high stick was missed. He didn't like it. He nailed the person who did it. That was Aon, now Monkovic. And Scott getting at it. Things getting chippy, Greg. When the referee doesn't maintain control, the players will in their own way. Youngworth slides it up the far boards. Birmingham will skate out. Tips one past the defense. Going in after it is Murphy along with Love. Sends it around the near boards. Played by Monkovic. Far side for Kent out of his reach. Birmingham Sherratt has it. Gets a nice move away. And Birmingham has possession of the puck. Center ice. Karan takes a shot off the leg of Love. Soretsky was there. Karan, a nice hit on Love. Puck squirts free, though. Fayetteville picks it up, and they'll just get the pressure off, lift it to center ice. Being fought for there. Sherratt doing his best to keep it away from Monkovic, and does. Near sides played by Sherratt. Behind his own net for Jamie Dorsey. Dorsey through center ice for Phil Edzianko. Birmingham brings it in. Kennedy is there. Wilkins on him. Kennedy curls back. Sherratt takes a shot. That was loose in the crease. The save was made by Muse, and he had no idea where the puck was.
Good rip there by Sherratt, Jody. Nice and quick release. Good shot on goal.
Gorman for Fayetteville sits it behind Stewart. There's a shot from a bad angle right on the goal line. Stewart sends it aside. Fayetteville with control of the puck, though. Blake Holmes backhands one into the near corner. Sherratt is there. Over for Scahill, gets past him. Cahill for Fayetteville has it for Moran. In front for Gorman. He couldn't control it, and Sherratt rides him into the boards. Loose puck in that far corner. We're down to 2 minutes to go in the period. Backhands one over for Phil. Loose puck picked up by Kip, and he just chips it out to center ice. Fayetteville will retreat. Scahill has it now, far boards. For Sadovsky. Murphy tips one off the boards into the Fayetteville zone. McGregor Sinclair having a heck of a night after that hit.
Yep.
He gets possession of the puck, chips it back out to Gagnon. Something triggered McGregor. There's a shot from the point, deflected, steered aside. Now Fayetteville will come out 2-on-1. Ryan Leith, the defenseman. He couldn't get the shot off a nice defensive play there by Birmingham. That was Sadovsky.
Yep, great
Kent
play.
has the puck. He'll bring it back in. Sets it up far side, and there's a penalty going to be called. Going to be a trip on the play, and Birmingham will go on the penalty kill as they'll send Gagnon in for the trip.
You can definitely see, Jody, when Fayetteville can't cheat when they have that quick transition with the Bulls, when the Bulls were just chipping it in and the Fayetteville's defensemen were getting it, forwards were cutting, quick transition out, that's where Fayetteville thrives. When the Bulls play the slow game into the zone and they take that puck down deep and they go wing to wing behind the net and they make all of Fayetteville's players come back, they don't know how to break out of their zone when it's a 5-on-5 situation down there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So the Bulls have definitely, they're on to something now because we're not seeing all the hard rims 100 mile an hour back to the goalie anymore. They're coming in, little soft dumps, cross ice, that kind of stuff. Hey, you just got to mix it up.
I don't know exactly what's going through the mind of McGregor Sinclair, but when Aonzo high-sticked the Bull on the far boards and no penalty was called, he went in and took care of business himself, and he's just been playing differently since.
Well, one of those things, Jody, where sometimes you just need that little switch to go off inside, and, you know, obviously he's just had enough. That's good to see.
Birmingham on the penalty kill. Fayetteville has yet to score a power play goal on the road this season. Famous last words, I hope not. Birmingham wins control of the draw. They'll skate it out. Phil Edzianko has it. He'll opt just to gingerly skate in. Now he takes a cross shot from Moran. The referees, I don't get it. But okay, the players remember it. Gorman brings it in. Far corner it slides. There's a big hit over there by Murphy. Behind the net, played by Moran. Moran centers one back at the blue line for Leith. We're under a minute to go here in the period. Tried to set it up for Kent. It's behind him. Now it's loose. Cleared by the Bulls. It's 3 penalties I've seen, Greg, that weren't called. I just want to say that. Fayetteville with the puck. Moran has it. He'll skate through center ice. We're down to under 30 seconds to go. Nice pass over for Kim. Back to Kent. Far face-off circle. Kent takes the shot. Save is made. Moran has the rebound behind the Bulls' net. For Kent, far side. Back at the point for Wilkins. For Kim, back to Kent. Thinks about it, takes the shot, never made it through. Blocked by the Bulls' defense. Loose behind the net, Fayetteville has it, brings it out in front. Save made, Wilkins has it. He takes a shot, blocked by the Bulls, and that'll do it for the first period. Excellent penalty kill by the Birmingham Bulls on that, getting in front of the puck, stopping it. That was Sinclair on the last one. He blocked the shot. Birmingham will go into the locker room tonight up by 1-0.
And Dorsey before that, Jody, and that's the difference in tonight versus last night. Tonight you can see the guys, Gagnon did it earlier, you know, a diving poke check. He was out of position, went around him. He's diving out to make that extra effort to do anything they can in the defensive zone. And 2 great blocks right there by the Bulls on the PK. And they'll have another 46 seconds in the second period to stay on the penalty kill and then get back to work 5-on-5.
I really don't like talking about the officiating. Everyone is a human being and no one's perfect. But when you let 3 plays go, 3 calls go that were physical in nature and don't call a penalty, the players will tend to police themselves, no?
Yes, but what you saw 3 penalties, and that's the difference when you have 2 linesmen and 1 referee, Jody. There's a lot of moving bodies out there. I've reffed myself, and what Moran did down there in front of Ledzianko with the cross check right in the kidneys, just above the back of the pants or whatever, that's just a veteran play. That's a veteran play, knowing the line, how many guys are between you and where the referee is on the ice. If the referee would have been on that side, he would have had a clear line of view. But he wasn't. He was down here. Moran's doing shoulder checks. He knows what he's doing. So, just like Sinclair did over there with the high stick, Moran got one coming to him.
Fayetteville will have 46 seconds remaining on their power play to start the second period, providing nothing else is called. Fayetteville comes into the game tonight with only 2 power play goals on the year and 44 attempts. Greg, that's a 4.5% success rate. I don't think I've ever seen one that low 10 games into a season.
Well, 46 seconds, Jody. You tell me more about it.
That's true. I'm good about jinxing myself. Either way, Birmingham gets the first goal of the game. This one off the stick of Kip Ledzianko, a feed from his brother. That goal came at 9:40 of the first period. Phil Ledzianko with the assist along with Jamie Dorsey, and that's where we stand right now. Shots on goal, Fayetteville 12, Birmingham 11. That's a lot different than 25-3, which is what it was at this time last night.
Oh, totally different game, Jody. And like I said, last night, I'd chalk it up to getting caught in that trap of being a young team, having success, looking at the standings, and they came out flat and they weren't prepared. They thought they were going to have a 4-point weekend and have a Saturday night special and celebrate 2 wins. And it's pro hockey. Everybody's paid to play, and there's never an easy night. And any given night, especially in the SPHL, because there's so much parity between first place and 10th place, any night, any team can win, and whoever shows up, works the hardest, plays 60 minutes of hockey, is going to come away with the 2 points.
All right, that'll do it for the first period of play. We'll come back in, I don't know, say 10 minutes, give you an update on what's going on around the league. Score at the end of 1 period of play, Birmingham 1, Fayetteville nothing. This is Birmingham Bulls hockey.
tonight for your first period recap around the league. The key games for today. So Roanoke in Macon, that one's already finished, and Roanoke came out with a 3-2 win over Macon. So Roanoke, who's in 7th place above the Bulls, that will move them to 11 points in the standings. The Bulls sitting just behind Roanoke with 9. So tonight's outcome, very important for the Bulls to keep pace with Roanoke and jump Fayetteville and keep up with Knoxville, because those 4 teams are in a log jam right now for 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that would send the focus to their next game, which is Knoxville and Evansville, and they're tied at 0 with 20 minutes waiting on the start of the second period. Pensacola and Huntsville, they're tied 1 apiece after 1. And Peoria, no surprise here, up 1-0 on Quad City after the first period. So, with that being said, here in Pelham, the Bulls are up on Fayetteville 1-0 after the first period. And like I said earlier, when Jody and I were talking about it, during the first period, a lot of parity in the league this year, and there is no clear front runner any given night between 1 through 10.
Well, you know, Greg, to be quite honest with you, what's going on right now is the regular season.
Yep.
You and I both well know, we've learned the hard way that the regular season is just that. It's a regular season. The playoff and the real season starts in April. So what you do to get yourself better between now and then is what matters to me the most.
Oh, 100%.
Get to the dance, have a dancing partner, and then show us what you can do in April. We're just trying to get to that point now here in Pelham, and we're going at it a little differently with 10 rookies, but I do believe the room for growth is going to pay off when that time comes around.
Yes, when you talk about potential and ceiling and things like that for the Bulls, and I can't stress it enough, and you talk about that better everyday concept, right?
Yep.
And definitely the Bulls and Coach Simchuk, Coach Kerr, they definitely had a different game plan coming into tonight, and you could see it from the first drop of the puck and what they were doing. And what I like about that, Jody, is even in that first period, we saw transition and changes in what the Bulls were doing based off of what was working and not working against Fayetteville. So that tells me there's active coaching going on during the period, and that's really hard to do when you have an arena full of people, you have all the stuff going on with the game, whatever is going on behind the scenes that you can't see from up here, and managing your bench, watching the game, and making coaching changes on the fly. So great job by everybody tonight, and let's hope this one carries over into the second period here for the next 20 minutes, because this has been a great hockey game.
Last night was a great hockey game, especially when you figure Musatelli into it. But this one's got a different feel to it tonight, and it's really fun with these kids because you don't know what you're going to get from shift to shift, much less game to game.
Well, that's right. And, you know, even looking at Fayetteville, you know, they have a lot of guys who they're not on paper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're no big stars or anything like that. They've got a couple of guys. They've got the one good line, but it's the other guys who just play the simple game but still get the job done by working hard. Hard-working team. I'm okay with that.
Face-off coming up to start the second period. McCrory and Phil Edzianko, who wins it. Birmingham trying to kill the rest of this penalty down to 40 seconds left on the Fayetteville power play. Through center ice, they'll tip it into the Bull zone. McCrory going in after it. Kip Ledzianko doing a good job holding his man up. Is loose along the far boards. McCrory picks it up, sets it back for his defense. Johnny Monkovich has it. Back for Wilkins. 20 seconds of power play time remaining for Fayetteville. Monkovich hammers it in deep for McCrory behind the Bulls' net. Skates around the far boards into the corner. Tied up there. McCrory still with the puck, taken away by Sadovsky, and sets it up. Birmingham coming the other way as Jamie Dorsey clears it down the ice, and that'll do it for Fayetteville's power play. They're 0 for 1 tonight. As we're back at full and even strength as Jordan Gagnon steps back on the ice. That puck is sent into the Bull zone where Scahill has it. Anzai takes it away for Kim. He loses his edge, goes down. Now it's loose along the far boards. Ryan Leith pitching in from the point, keeps it alive. Tim Kim sets it for Anzai. Scahill on him, tied up underneath of those. It comes free to the far side, and McGregor Sinclair takes it away for the Bulls. Sets it up for Matt Wood, brings it into the Fayetteville zone, tries to cut around Meyer. He does behind the net, looks for a place to go, still holding on to the puck, drops it back for his defense. There's a shot deflected into the netting and out of play. McGregor Sinclair doing a good job keeping that going. Shot from the point, just deflected up into the stands.
Well, that was a nifty little no-look drop pass there to Scahill, Jody, and it just couldn't get a hold of it right off. He had to double clutch it a little bit to get it right on the center of his stick where he wanted to shoot it from, and Fayetteville did a good job getting their stick in that shooting lane, sending it out of play.
Soretsky and Anzai on the draw. Muse will just take it and slide it around near side. Scahill pinching it, keeps it alive for Birmingham. That's Karan. Behind the Fayetteville net for Soretsky. Soretsky wanted to center it, but is taken that angle away by Anzai. Goes around the far boards. Moran is there, but Birmingham catches up with it first. There's a shot deflected right in on Muse. He made the save. Behind the net, Soretsky has the puck. Gives it to Karan. Curls away from the Fayetteville defense. Soretsky takes it. He lost it to Love, and they'll escape the zone as Mike Moran has it into the Bull zone. Slides one over for Aonzo, intercepted by Scahill. Aonzo on him, forechecking, but Scahill,
good job.
Strength manages to keep it away and send it down into the Fayetteville zone. Banks one off the boards. There was Moran right at the Bulls' blue line, sets it up for Gorman. He goes down. Played behind the net for Sherratt. His pass for Kipledzianko just out of reach. Blake Holmes has it, and he'll put it right back into the Bull zone where Sherratt will have it. Aaron Sherratt loses it back to Wilkins. Slap shot deflected in front. Puck squirts just past the crease. No one was there for Fayetteville. Birmingham turns the other way. Olenek with the puck. He takes a shot, glove save, and a nice one there by Muse. A nifty snap shot there by Olenek, but I believe Muse saw it the whole time.
He did. Olenek tried to do the right thing. He was driving wide, Jody. He tried to use that defenseman as a screen. Got off a good high, quick snapshot, and Muse was just the better of that one, made a great save.
Sinclair, Wood, and Zimmer out on this line. We haven't seen this combination before. Sadovsky on defense along with Gagnon. Face off in the Fayetteville zone. McGregor Sinclair for the Bulls wins it back to Sadovsky. Far side Gagnon. In front looking for a deflection. It was there, but it went through the crease. Meyer has it. He backhands one, but not out. Birmingham Sadovsky turns and spins it back in. Meyer has it now. Gives it to Monkovich. Who's center ice? That's Tim Kent. Sips one in behind the net. Gagnon has it. Gets it past Kent, trying to get it to Wood, but Kent intercepts. Loose puck. Along the near boards, Monkovich is there. Taken away from him. Behind the net, Birmingham Sinclair has it. Kept alive by McCrory on a nice play. Back behind the net, Tim Kent there. Tapped away from him, and Birmingham will chip it up the boards for Wood. He gets it out for Sinclair. Sends a soft one in behind the net. Stopped by Muse. Played by Meyer. He'll skate it out. Caden Meyer just signed today on a standard player's contract. Loses possession of the puck as it's poke checked away from him. And real quickly on the far side, a nice play, but we just couldn't keep it in. And that was,
Look out.
We got a player down back here. I don't see exactly what happened, but I see Jamie Dorsey on the ice. I did not see what happened. I was watching the play in the Fayetteville zone.
Well, if I had to guess, Jody.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Probably a finished check over there, and, you know, you see right in that corner, as soon as you get the bend in the corner over there by the club tails, you see how many dividers there are in the middle of the glass?
Yeah.
That's always one of those things.
He's down.
Very dangerous when you get hit over there.
Well, I didn't see. Did you happen to see the hit, or were you watching the puck as well?
I was watching the puck, but I heard the
that was well behind the play. That's halfway. That's at the face-off circle in the Bulls zone, and we had the puck in top of their face-off circle. So I still don't see who's down on the ice, but he's been there quite a while. He's on his side, laying on his side, now on his knees. He probably, hopefully, only just got his bell rung a little bit. Fans will give him applause. He's back on his skates. But they're going to help him off, Greg.
I still can't see who it is.
I can't either. The players that are on his side are blocking the shoulder numbers. The referee is talking with Colton Olenek and Johnny Monkovich about what to call or not to call. And I can't say one way or another. I just know he was down on the ice a long time, and he really is not sure what's going on right now, I believe, physically. That was Caden Meyer, the
17.
The defenseman that was signed today, fresh off a PTO. And they're helping him back to the locker room.
Yeah, weird spot for a defenseman to be up there that deep on the forecheck, unless he just came off the bench. I'm not quite sure. We'd have to.
He may have just got caught because the puck squirted out so quickly, and it was back in the Fayetteville zone before you could say anything. Now, I don't believe anything's going to be called, and I don't see a lot of argument from the Fayetteville bench, so I don't know. I haven't seen a replay. If there is one, we'll check it out, but I haven't seen it as of yet, so we really can't tell you what happened except for Caden Meyer was helped off the ice by two players. Face off outside the Bull zone as we get back to action. 15:57 to go, second period. Birmingham up 1-0. Soretsky loses a draw to Anzai, but it's loose at center ice. It's tipped in to the Fayetteville zone where they have possession. Davis sends it over. Far side for Love. Gets past one man for Moran. Caden Cahill sides out to another. Takes a shot. Shoulder save made by Stewart. Behind the net, Moran has it. Youngworth on him. Moran centers one for Love. Takes a shot. Pad save made by Stewart. Davis has the rebound at the goal line. The defenseman cuts behind the Bulls' net. Looks for a place to go with it. Davis opting not to shoot. Still has possession. Now at the high slot. Takes a shot deflected wide. There's a rebound. Patted away by Stewart. Anzai with the puck. Scott on him. Tied up underneath both. Still there. Now it's poke free. Back at the wall, Davis has it. Cross ice pass sets it up for Love. Return to Davis. Now Love takes a shot deflected wide of the net. Cahill with the rebound. Fayetteville have possession and holding on to the puck in the Bull zone. Davis takes a shot. Stick save made by Stewart. Youngworth takes it. Gets it to Kennedy, who chops it out into center ice. Birmingham on a much-needed line change.
Definitely. You see Fayetteville, Jody, trying to use that high cycle coming from down low to up top, trying to get some shots through on Hayden Stewart. Good net front presence.
Yep.
But the deflections are just going wide.
Now intercepted by Phil Edzianko. He brings it in. Tried to slide it over. He couldn't do it. His pass was intercepted, and here comes Fayetteville the other way. A pass just out of the reach of Wilkie. Birmingham can't clear. Tied up along the far boards. Kip Edzianko and Tim Kim fighting for it. Now it's underneath Gagnon. Chopped out by Kip. He gets it behind the net where Sherrod has it. Aaron sets it up near side for Colton Olenek. Takes a big hit there, but gets it to center ice. Eonzo turns it right back in for Fayetteville. Slid around near side, Colton Olenek. Sets it up, bringing it back in now. It's Phil Edzianko. Slides one over. What a save by Colby Muse. He just robbed. And I believe, I'm trying to see that the Bulls player, I can't see his number, Greg. He's skating towards us now. But what a save by Colby Muse. That's two goals that should have been in the net that is not, and I still can't. It was Murphy.
Yep.
It was Murphy who was set up perfectly, got a great shot, but just a better save by Colby Muse. Holy cow.
Well, and that was Ledzianko to Murphy on the connection, Jody. You could see the speed of Ledzianko down the wing. Murphy made no mistake, went right back to the backside. Great pass by Ledzianko. Excellent execution by Murphy. But holy cow, there's one for the SPHL highlight reel for saves of the week.
13:43 to go as we're in our second media timeout of the second period. Birmingham up 1-0.
Oh, boy.
Three can Diet Coke and Coca-Cola collision. Shocked that nobody's broken a leg out there doing that yet. 13:43 to go. Shots on goal, 15 for Fayetteville, 14 for the Bulls. And I still have, I wish I could have seen the replay on what happened to Caden Meyer, because that did not look good, him on the ice for as long as he was, and then having to be helped off the ice by two skaters. Faceoff will come up in the Fayetteville zone. Birmingham will send out Wood, Sinclair, Sadovsky, face-off to the right of Muse. McCrory there wins it back behind the net. It's played by Holmes up to Kent. Pass through the legs, connects, and here comes Monkovich. Left wing side. He's ridden into the boards by Sadovsky on a nice play. McCrory will pick the loose puck up, slide it far side behind the net. Big hit there on Tim Kent. Puck squirts free. Birmingham has it. McGregor Sinclair giving chase. Murphy was with him. Sinclair gives it to Murphy behind the net. Centers one for Sadovsky. His shot is deflected. That become 3-on-1 the other way with Fayetteville. McCrory has it for Monkovich. Return to McCrory. A shot. Save. Rebound. Score. Far side. That was Tim Kent. Stewart made the save. Turnover in the offensive zone, or in the Fayetteville zone, result in a 3-on-1. And Fayetteville connects and takes advantage. 1-1 the score.
Well, that's how hockey rolls, Jody, and one of those things where you saw the Bulls with the offensive pressure down there. Sadovsky saw an opportunity to pinch in from the blue line and look to get a scoring opportunity. The pass came out and it was there, and just fumbled through his stick. He couldn't get the shot off, and being that he was in so close to the net, Fayetteville picked up that loose puck, came down, you got a 3-on-1. Not much Dorsey could do there. He did his best to isolate the shot. And Stewie got a hold of the first one, but the second one was just too much for him. 1-1.
All right, back to action here. That goal, Tim Kent's third of the year. I know assists go to McCrory. Birmingham brings the puck back into the Fayetteville zone. Shot chipped and really deflected over the net. Now a centering pass out in front, at least an attempt to, but Muse saw it and he just stopped it and covered it. So we'll have a face-off to his right.
The D actually skated it back to Moran and said, or not Moran, to Muse, and said, here, cover this one up.
Karan and Soretsky out. Scahill and Kennedy. Face off coming up. Soretsky takes the draw for the Bulls. Anzai for Fayetteville. Loose in that face-off circle. Karan has it. Right wing side, turn, spin, side. Oh. What a save by Muse. There was traffic in front of him, and I believe he had that marked for the near post, Greg.
Yeah, that was a great shot there by Karan. I don't even know how Muse saw it. He had a guy standing right in front of him. But nonetheless, that's
that glove on it.
That's a great glove save. And snapped it shut, no rebound, and that's the key to success here, Jody.
Okay, Soretsky on the draw for the Bulls. Back to the point it goes for Scahill. He just fires one in. Rebound is there. The save was made. He couldn't control it, but Fayetteville will clear it. Turned into a good scoring chance for the Bulls. The puck gets past Scahill. Look out. Mouse catches up with it first. He beat him to the puck. Now two players go down. Birmingham comes up with possession. Soretsky through center ice. Sends it into the near corner. Going in after it is Karan along with Aonzo. Scahill pinching in far side, keeps it alive for the Bulls. Back behind the net, it'll come all the way to the near boards. Sent back behind the net. No one really with possession. Birmingham has it. Now Mouse a good job to tie up his man. It's puck tied up underneath both. Kipledzianko comes in. Both Bulls and Mouse go down. Two Bulls, and now back behind the play. Mouse, and I believe that's Gagnon, pushing and shoving, and now Gagnon goes over and tries to get another piece of him. I don't think Mouse wants to go, but we're going to have coincidentals called here, I believe. Gagnon still trying to get at Mouse.
Yeah, Gagnon's definitely not happy there, Jody.
He wasn't happy, I believe, from the way he went down with initially on the play with Gagnon. But Mouse and Gagnon will go in the box. Now, Mouse, on the year, only has 9 penalty minutes. Now, Gagnon is not that much of a difference. He has 6. So they're not really pugilists, to say the least, but somebody got a little agitated on that one.
Well, and that's a good, be a good light middleweight battle there, Jody.
Holding on Gagnon, hooking on Mouse.
Okay, I'm okay with that. And,
kind of a weird call. Though.
Yeah, but, you know, he had to call something, and there wasn't really roughing that he saw.
Yeah.
But in one of those, and you're going to laugh, Jody, but when I saw the replay, if you could freeze frame when Mouse was on his back and Gagnon was on top of him, I had to do a double take because it looked like Mouse had one of those orange chuckapucks in his mouth. And then I was like, what's he doing with it? Then I was like, oh, that's his mouth guard. But it was hanging out of the side of his mouth, and I was like, what's he doing with a chuckapuck?
We're going to have 4-on-4 hockey, 11:35 to go in the second, tied at 1. The Ledzianko brothers are out with Youngworth. And I can't see who that is, left wing side. We'll catch it in a minute. It is, still can't see.
Sherratt?
Behind his own net, Phil Ledzianko with the puck. Or it's Youngworth. Ahead, look out. Here comes Ledzianko cruising, one man back. Tries to cut around. Leith can't do it. Backhands one for his brother off the skate of Leith. Loose puck along the near boards, fought for there. Youngworth will keep it in. Sets it up behind the net. Chip right back out to the near boards. Birmingham will try and keep it alive. Leith and Phil Ledzianko go into the boards. It squirts free into the corner. Back behind the net it goes for Leith. Errant pass picked off by Olenek. He's hit there by Holmes hard, and Holmes takes the puck away. Holmes has it. Into the near corner, up boards for Monkovich. Slides a saucer pass over far side for Leith. Avoids the check of Sinclair, but it's picked up by McCrory. Now it's center ice. Leith has it. Drops it back for Holmes. Backhands one in, going in after to Sherratt and McCrory. Into the near corner, played by the Bulls. Dorsey back to Sherratt. Had it taken away from him by Tim Kent. Look out. Kent, far boards. Sets it up. There's a shot save made by Stewart. Rebound comes all the way at the top of the face-off circle where Sherratt is fighting for Kent, and it comes free for Colton Olenek. 2 men back for Fayetteville. Colton cuts cross ice. Takes the shot blocked by the defense of Tyler Love, and it goes into the corner. Love will pick it up. He's hit by Soretsky. Fayetteville with possession, though. They'll skate around the puck as Wilkins gets away from Soretsky, and he'll now skate through center ice. 10 seconds to go in the coincidental minors to Mouse and Gagnon. Fayetteville slides the puck behind the net, picked up by Sadowski. Open ice in front, so he'll skate away. Sadowski brings it in, full and even strength now. He takes the shot, and it was deflected by Holmes out of play. So 9:29 to go here in the second period. Score tied at 1 on the strength of a goal by Tim Kent, his 3rd of the year here in the second period.
And how about that last shift by McGregor Sinclair, Jody? I mean, he's just skating out there, coming across, finishing his checks on the wall, and just buzzing around like a man possessed.
I'm telling you, that one hit in the first period set him off. He didn't like what he
set
saw.
Another one over there.
I mean, when there was a player that got high stick and went down, and that's what set McGregor Sinclair off. And he checked the guy who did it, really checked him from behind if you want to know the truth, but they didn't care.
Well, and
he's still playing like that.
And it's one of those things, Jody, that's what you've got to have, because for a veteran presence, who have you got? You got Sinclair, you got Olenek, you got Dorsey, and Hayden Stewart.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah.
So for Sinclair to go out there and be playing like that, that's exactly the mentality.
That's
and
leadership.
You have to lead by example, and that's it. I love it. I hope that was an awakening, so to speak, for McGregor Sinclair, because if he plays like this all year long, we're in for a treat to watch that guy.
He's had a bit of a slow start. Maybe this will jumpstart him somewhat. Soretsky on the draw for Birmingham in the Fayetteville zone. Gorman for Fayetteville. No one really gains possession of the puck. It comes to Tim Kim. who will send it into the Bulls' corner. Mouse skating hard, catches up with the puck. Paul Mouse circles back to the blue line, drops it off. Picked up by Love, cuts in front, takes the shot, never really made it through to Stewart. It went through to the far boards, and Birmingham will clear. In the zone, Mouse has it. Up through center ice, off the stick of Tim Kim. Comes right to Soretsky, and Birmingham sends it into the Fayetteville zone. Going after it is Karan. Love will catch up with it first, avoids a check from Kennedy, but drops it off for his own defense, and Davis has it. Off the boards at center ice, look out. Mouse takes it away from Scott, and he'll just send it in behind the Bulls' net. Big check there. Picked up by the Bulls, with 3-on-2 if we hurry. Now Kennedy, now the whistle blows.
Yeah.
They're going to call that offside on the Bulls.
Yep.
The Bulls bench doesn't like it, though, Greg.
Well,
you agree?
Yeah, I agree with the refs there, Jody. It was close, but the only reason I say that, it's kind of like in football, what's a back pass versus what's a forward pass? And coming across there with the turn in the hinge and the button hook backwards, that pass came back, and he just put himself offside by a hair.
Off the draw, Fayetteville controls. Holmes slides it over for Wilkins. He puts it to center ice. And the puck is deflected off of Tim Kent into the stands.
That was off the glass.
It was off the glass.
Yep.
First of all, it wasn't in the Fayetteville zone that it happened. It was at neutral ice. So with 8:25 to go here in the second period, we'll have a face-off coming up. They'll bring it back to the Fayetteville blue line.
I think it was just all the fan commotion that made me throw that comment out there, and I was like, oh, they were just excited to get a puck.
Youngworth has it off the draw, off the stick of Sinclair, who brings it in, and because it hits Sinclair, put his own team offside. So we'll try it again.
That's another weird bounce there that just happened. Coming across, hits his stick, goes straight backwards up into his chest. Wonder if they freeze these pucks. Do they still do that anymore?
Yeah, they have to. Off the draw, big hit there by Aonzo on Murphy, who gives a whack. Surprised there wasn't a call there. That's pretty much a slash where I come from. Fayetteville has it at center ice. Tim Kent has it. Off the back leg of Monkovich, Birmingham has it. Can't get it out. Monkovich, a good job to keep it alive. Shot is deflected, never made it through. Aonzo punches it to keep it in the zone. Now he hits Zimmer.
Come on. Come on, Zimmer.
Puck brings it back in. That's Kent has it in front of his own net. I thought Zimmer was going to go after him.
I wanted to see him answer the bell. Yep, he went to the bench.
Behind his own net, Kent has it. Slides it over for Aonzo. Lifts it into center ice. Youngworth is there. Watch out. Comes down to Moran. Big Mike Moran loses it, though. Birmingham will take it back, send it to center ice. Played by Fayetteville. Cahill puts it right back in. Stewart slides it over for Gagnon. Off the stick of Ledzianko, or off the skate. There's a spinning shot by Moran, almost made it through. Kip Ledzianko backhands one over for Olenek, and it's taken away by Wilkins, and he'll put it right back in where Stewart lets it go for Youngworth. Near boards, Cole Youngworth lifts it into center ice. Played in the Fayetteville zone by the Marksmen. Pass up for Gorman, who just tips it and deflects it in. Dorsey goes down. Loose puck along the near boards. Gorman spins and sends it in, and it comes right off the boards behind the net to Stewart, who covers it up. Now Gagnon takes his man into the boards back first. I believe that was Tim Kim.
Yep, driving to the net.
Yeah. Gagnon having a few words for Kim. Kim's just playing in his second game for Fayetteville.
Yep.
Fresh off being signed out of the Federal Hockey League. Had good numbers there, 10 points in 9 games. And to be honest with you, Greg, he hadn't been on the scoreboard, but it doesn't look out of place at all.
No, he fits in.
Yeah.
Last night he had some good
Very quick
scoring
skater.
opportunities and all that stuff. And Jody, just for, I know there's no broadcast for Fayetteville, so I'll go ahead because I know it's pretty hard on Moran earlier for his whack on Ledzianko, but we'll call that even after what we just saw down there from Murphy.
Davis now with the puck off the draw for Tim Kim. Slides away from one man, still with possession. He just turns and spins it around the boards. Right there's Wilkie, backhands one over. Luckily no one there but a Bull, and the red jersey Bull skates away. Karan has it. Brings it into the Fayetteville zone, loses his edge again. Now another collision behind the net. Loose puck, centers a pass out in front. Sherratt with a shot, save, rebound, another save, and covered up by Colby Muse.
It's the right idea by the Bulls there, Jody. Sherratt with the rip from the blue line.
He can fire that wrister.
Yep.
Whether you want to call it a wrister or a snapshot.
Well, whatever it is.
And it's accurate.
It's quick, and it hit Muse in that hard, just right above the top of the pads. Muse had to force it down right to Soretsky, and Soretsky had another primo opportunity to bury one there, and Muse was there to answer the bell again.
Now Damon Zimmer will take the draw for the Bulls. He's out with McGregor, Sinclair, Sadovsky, and Sherratt, along with Murphy. But Fayetteville skates away with the puck. McCrory slides one past Sherratt, but he did his job. He rode McCrory off the play. Now loose puck, picked up by Kent, back out at the point. Return from Monkovich, now McCrory has it. Centers a pass intercepted by the Bulls, and Murphy has it, and he'll just lift one softly into the Fayetteville zone where Alonzo picks it up. Zimmer on him. Tries to take the puck away by riding his men off the boards. He's too strong. Monkovich has it, left wing side, takes a shot well wide of that far post. Along the far boards, the puck escapes, and Ryan Leith has it. He loses it, but gets it back. Olenek could have been gone. Puck finds its way to Aaron Sherratt. Nice pass up to Kip. Kip's taken down by Alonzo. Nothing called. Scott has it for Birmingham. Slides it over for Phil. Phil Edzianko brings it in, puts the brakes on. Takes a shot, looking for a deflection. It was actually steered aside by Muse. Puck made it all the way through. Scahill pinching in from the point, trying to keep it alive for Birmingham. Gets it to Olenek. Olenek played by Onzai, still with possession though. Colton goes down, penalty coming up on Onzai. And of all the penalties, Greg, that could have been called, maybe should have been called, that may have been the weakest one on Onzai.
Well, hey, you got to give Olenek credit there, Jody. He came around, worked the puck around. He stuck with the play in the corner. He hound dogged the puck. Kenny Linsman-esque over there on the far side. A little button hook came back around. And, hey, when you move your feet and you work hard, if guys aren't going to move their feet with you, they got to get their stick up. And
Onzai's looking for an explanation. I don't really blame him. And the referee William Jacques just gave him one.
Well, tit for tat, Jody, once again. I think that was a veteran play by Olenek. And nonetheless, the Bulls are on the power play.
You mentioned Kenny Linsman. You know he got to start in Birmingham, right?
Oh, did he?
Yep. He was part of the Baby Bulls.
That's why they call him the Rat.
He was something else to see, too, as a kid. He was one of those, I remember him. He was a guy that could stir it up at 18 years old, and he was good at it. Very good at it. All right, Birmingham back on the power play, 0 for 1 tonight. Olenek and the Ledziankos out with Wood and Sadovsky. Fayetteville will counter with Moran and Wilkie, along with Davis and Tyler Love. Counting last night, Birmingham is 0 for 2 on the power play against the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Well, and one thing watching this game, Jody, with 5 minutes to go here in the second period, it's definitely been a more controlled game with
off the draw. Birmingham actually controlled, but Fayetteville backhands it out and is taken there by Wilkie, back in his own zone. They'll send it down the length of the ice. I thought they would try and play possession and keep some time off the clock. Moran doing some forechecking on the penalty kill, but Colton Olenek skates away, brings it in, has it taken away. Moran backhands it just right out to center ice, and Sadovsky has it for the Bulls. Murphy with it now. Sends it behind the net. It gets past Muse. Far side, Wood is there. It gets past him, and Fayetteville easily sends it back into the Bulls zone. Sadovsky trying to get away from Wilkie, so he'll stop behind his own net. Fayetteville will change penalty killers. Birmingham will change the power play unit. Sadovsky with the puck still. Slowly through center ice. Gains the center ice stripe and sends it in. Wraps around the far left wing side. Picked up by Birmingham. Around the near side. Back at the point for Scott. Doug Scott gives it to Soretsky. Down low, back to Soretsky. Still holding on to the puck near side. Soretsky takes the shot, save. Rebound was there, but not cleared. Birmingham keeps it alive. There's a cross-ice pass, a snapshot wide of the net. Soretsky will try and keep it alive, but Fayetteville will clear the zone with 40 seconds of power play time remaining. Stewart way out of his net, tips it up to Doug Scott. Monkovich on him, so he'll curl back in his own zone. Phil Edzianko with it, gets past Mike Moran. Edzianko gets the blue line, stops, waits on some reinforcements, sends it to Doug Scott near side. In front, looking for a deflection, it was, but it deflected into the corner off Wilkie, and Fayetteville will clear.
And you see what Wilkie did there, Jody? As soon as he blocked that shot, it went over and became a 50-50 puck. He started taking off north.
Maybe time for one last rush as we're down to 5 seconds of power play time remaining, but that puck goes into the stands and out of play as Birmingham was trying to dump it in. And with 2:59 to go here in the second period, 3 seconds left on the penalty to Sam Anzai, and the score tied at 1.
It's one of those things, Jody. It's that first 20 seconds on the power play for the Bulls.
Set the tone, didn't it?
It sets the tone, and when they get down and they get set up down low, they have a lot of success, and when they struggle to get it set up, PP1 just comes off and 2 goes.
All right, we're back at full and even strength now with 2:50 to go in the period. Birmingham loses possession of the puck. Monkovich centers one, no one there but Birmingham, and we'll smack one out to center ice. McCrory has it. Nice pass over for Monkovich. Draws it back for Kent. In front again, Monkovich has it saved, made, rebound is loose. They score. No, they'll call it out. Now it's in. Now this one's going to be argued, but I'll give the referee immediately blew it dead, or blew it a goal. He was saying no on the first shot, but pointed down to the ice the second. That's a goal.
And that one there, Jody, just to call it like it was, is I think everybody, including you and I, thought that the first one might have went in, but all the Bulls straightened up, and when he waved it off, Fayetteville just attacked.
The puck was laying loose.
That's it.
Now they're discussing, Colton O'Lennox getting the explanation along with Johnny Monkovich. The scoreboard still shows 1-1, but the referee is going to the scores table to announce the goal. Fans don't like it, but I do believe he made the right call. I mean, the whistle didn't blow. Puck was loose.
No.
They put it in the net. It's 2-1.
That's right.
I don't know who got it. We'll get the announcement in a moment. But 2:28 to go. Those late goals hurt. Hurt. Off the draw, Tyler Love has it. Banks went off the boards into the Bull zone. This one will be icing. Here's the call.
12, John Monkovich. The assist, number 4, Blake Holmes. And number 10, Graham McCroy.
So Monkovich keeps his scoring streak going. That's his 4th goal in as many games. Monkovich was there at the right place at the right time, and he put a loose puck in. I don't know if you want to call it a rebound. It was just laying there, and an open net to slide it in. 2-1 Fayetteville.
2 or 3 whacks at it, Jody, and you know that's just one of those things, especially coming off the backside of a power play.
Off the draw, Tyler Love there in the corner, being fought with Damon Zimmer. Still there, loose puck picked up by Anzai, and Fayetteville will skate it away and smack it into center ice. Picked up there by Cahill, 1 man back. Cahill gets past him, the puck right in on Stewart, and he's lucky that didn't slide under him. He covers it for a faceoff. Now scrum behind the net with 6 players. Moran, one of them. He's being separated now by the linesman. I believe cooler heads will prevail here.
How many PIMs has Moran got on the year?
Moran on the year. Well, I'm trying to figure. We got Moran has 13 penalty minutes on the year. Both of these teams, Greg, are not. They're at the bottom of the league in penalty minutes. Birmingham has the fewest in the league with 107. Fayetteville has 120, and they're 8th. So there's not a lot of. I don't expect that kind of play.
No, but I'm just saying. I like how you always see Moran. He's feisty and he's in there whenever there's something going on.
Now Holmes sends a shot in, blocker save made by Stewart. Puck laid there, so he just sticked it himself to the sideboards. Gorman gives it to Kim. He's tied up on the play by Scott. And Birmingham chips it to the blue line and out. Karan had it there for Kennedy, but it's off his stick and sent back into the Bull zone where Kim has it. Takes a hit from Sadovsky. Centers a pass. Look out! Wow. Save made off the stick of Mouse. That was almost another one. Puck comes back into the Fayetteville zone. Karan forechecking, trying to keep it. He does, but it's played by Fayetteville's Mouse. Takes the puck and lifts one to center ice.
Fayetteville likes to use that, get the guy low in the corner, Jody, with a lot of give and goes back to the same guy that started the play.
Karan brings it into the Fayetteville zone, drops it off far side. Two Fayetteville men, McCrory and Wilkins on the puck, tied up underneath of them. Karan comes in to try and dig it free. We're down to a minute to go here in the second period. Puck finally comes free back at the blue line. It's taken there by Scott. Fakes the slap shot and sends it into the corner. Kennedy has it. Sends it around near side. Played by Birmingham's Jordan Gagnon. Centers a pass. Never made it through. Birmingham still with possession. Ledzianko has it. He takes a shot off the leg of Wilkins, and it comes right back to Fayetteville. And here comes Blake Holmes. We're under 30 seconds to go. Holmes dumps it in. It comes right back in front of the net. Birmingham Scott was waiting for it, and he banks one off the glass back into the Fayetteville zone.
Nice little unorthodox attempt there by Holmes to go off the back wall to himself there, Jody. Good job by the Bulls D.
Now Fayetteville will come right back in. Aonzo has it. Tries to cut past one. He does, but never gets a shot. It had to cut behind the net. He tried to get to the crease. He couldn't do it. Now Ledzianko's stick is shattered.
I think it's Cahill.
That's Youngworth's stick is shattered. Another one shatters as he tried to clear. Finally, Birmingham takes it as the horn blows in the period. Two Birmingham sticks shatter in a matter of 10 seconds. And luckily, there was less than 10 seconds to go. Now, Monkovic has had enough of somebody over there. And Birmingham, who is the player, Greg? Is that Ledzianko?
Yeah, it was Ledzianko's stick.
It's Phil Ledzianko.
There were two broken sticks on the play. The first one was Cahill behind the net. He got the toe of his stick caught in the back of the netting, and it shattered that one. And then Ledzianko was going to play the puck just to clear the zone with about 2 seconds left, and his stick was just chopped in half. And we'll just leave it at that.
Well, Birmingham had the lead at the end of 1-0, but allowing 2 second period goals by Fayetteville have surrendered the lead to 2-1. Now we've came back. That's not a big deal. Fayetteville's historically this year, Greg, their best period has been their second. They have 10 now after tonight, 10 second period goals, far above what they score in the first and the third periods of play. So maybe third period Birmingham comes out and shows a little strength, but right now, this game is a close one, 2-1. Fayetteville with the lead as we head to the second intermission.
Well, Jody, all I want to see in the second period coming out, or the second period ending with the third period coming up here in about 20 minutes, I want to see the rest of the veteran leadership on the Bulls come out and show some emotion and fire like Sinclair is. That's what I'd really like to see, to pick up these young guys and set the tone for them and have us a little comeback here in the third period.
We're starting, Greg, though, to get into that rut that we were in the first year of a lack of goal scoring. Last night we got a pair, nothing to scream and yell about, and one was a late third period goal. Tonight we've only got one as well. Somebody's going to have to step up offensively and start hammering the puck in the net other than the Ledziankos. Either way, at the end of 2 periods of play, Fayetteville takes a 2-1 lead into the locker room. We'll take about a 10 to 12 minute break. We'll come back, update you what's going on around the league, as well as a few other things. Jody Chernesky here along with Greg Dreveny. 2-1 Fayetteville at the end of 2. This is Birmingham Bulls hockey.
And welcome back to your second intermission update here from the Pelham Civic Center. Earlier today, Roanoke handled Macon. Roanoke beat the Mayhem 3-2. Evansville up 1-0 over Knoxville, getting ready their set off to kick off the third period in Evansville. Huntsville taking care of business at home. They're up 5-2 over Pensacola after 2. And Peoria up 2-0 over Quad City at the end of the second period. And here in Pelham, Fayetteville 2, the Bulls 1. Shots on goal, 23 for Fayetteville, 19 for the Bulls. So we've got about 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go here before puck drop. And we'll be back for this third period to see if the Bulls can surmount a comeback and take care of the Fayetteville Marksmen here at home.
Jody Chernesky and Greg Draveny back at the Pelham Civic Complex, getting set for third period action as both teams come back out on the ice. About a minute and a half to go before the puck is dropped. 2-1 the score. Fayetteville on the strength of 2 second period goals. They overtook the Bulls and will have a 1-goal lead going into the third. Greg, I don't know how to say what I want to say, but to me personally, this third period coming up for Birmingham is crucial. I don't like the idea of dropping 2 at home.
Oh, 100%, Jody. This is one of those moments that's going to be a telltale moment for the Bulls. Like you talk about them being young and going through and maturing and, you know, things like that. They've also got to set and get feelings for accomplishments. And this is one, being down 2-1 at home, going into the third period. Hey, you're at home, you got the fans behind you, you have to come out, you have to have a good first shift. After that, you follow up, okay, break it down into 4 or 5 minute periods. And all you have to do is score 1 goal in one of those 5-minute periods to continue this one on. Personally, I'd like to score a goal in every one of those 5-minute periods and walk out of this one with a 5-2 win for the Bulls.
Well, we did have the game against Roanoke here at home where we came back, scored a late third period goal, then won it in overtime. So we know this team's capable of comebacks. They've done it all year long. It's taken extra time to get it done, but they have came back to do it. So we can do this. I just would like to get it done in 60 minutes this night.
Absolutely. Regulation win.
All right. We're about set to go. Here's all the teams set their lineups are on the ice. McCrory and Phil Edzianko on the draw. Whistle blows, and here we go. Off the draw, Fayetteville controls. Ryan Leith has it. Into the Bull zone is sent. Stewart stops it. He'll play it himself around the boards over the head of Tim Kent, and Birmingham will clear. Phil Edzianko off his own skate, backhands one in. Stopped by Muse. Muse returns what Stewart did. Far boards. Played by Kent now at center ice. Taken away by the Bulls, but Colton Olenek was offside when he received that pass. But again, Greg, that pass did not come off a Bull stick. It came off a Fayetteville stick.
Right. Whacked.
Yep.
Nonetheless in the neutral zone, but yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Face off outside the Bulls blue line. On Zion, I believe that's McGregor Sinclair, yes, and Sinclair wins. Gagnon has it. Tried to get it in, it's blocked. And offside will be called once again.
Yep, that far side just stepped over Jody a little too anticipatory there. And got called back. Good call by the linesman, right on top of it.
Just outside the Fayetteville blue line. Mike Moran sends one in, backhands one into the corner, and it comes behind the net for Youngworth. Cole Youngworth tips it up the far side. Through center ice, pass over for Gagnon. Brings it into the zone. Gagnon, easy pad save made by Muse. Puck behind the net. Murphy was there, but it's taken away by Holmes. Pass was behind Caden Cahill. But Fayetteville will take it at center ice. Moran, left wing side, takes a shot, save made by Stewart. No rebound on that one, and a faceoff will come to his right with 18:52 to go here in the third period.
Well, and I'm glad there in the neutral zone, Jody. Moran missed the first read to Cahill because Cahill, he was cutting and he would have been gone right between both the Bulls' defense there. So I'll take that outside perimeter shot by Moran all day long with Hayden Stewart in net.
Birmingham controls the draw. Dangerous pass through the slot, which I don't like, but Kennedy takes it. Lost one in behind the net. Played off the boards by Davis. Karan is there for Birmingham. Kennedy takes the puck. Behind the Fayetteville net. Out in front for a wraparound, but it never made it through. And back the other way comes Moust. Backhands a pass over past Sadowski. Tries to catch up with it first. Puck is played behind the net. Tim Kim goes down. Birmingham has control of the puck. Kennedy will take it at center ice. 4 men back. Line change for the Bulls. Kennedy doing a good job just to keep it in the Fayetteville zone.
1-on-5.
Now Fayetteville backhand, or banks one off the board. Sherrod is there. Sends a snapper in. Glove by Muse, and he drops it. Love with the puck. Deflected by McCrory into the Bulls zone. Stewart plays it for Sherrod. Banks one off the boards for Olenek. Tried to get it to Kipledzianko, intercepted by McCrory, but he loses the puck as Scahill has it. Near side pass for Sherrod. Sherrod gets the blue line. Drops it back, but Colton Olenek wasn't there. And Kent kicks it free to center ice. He's been held up by Olenek, but he was really grabbing Olenek's stick. Now Scahill brings it in, drops it for Kipledzianko, who's ridden out the play by Montkovich. That's an old veteran right there for you. Kent, nice backhand pass to McCrory. Comes in. He takes the shot. Save is made. Penalty coming up on Birmingham as Wood touches up. And you're going to have a hold there on the Bulls.
Yeah, one of those ones there, Jody, where, was it McKay?
Phil Edzianko is going to the box for the hold. And he's more worrisome than that. He's in pain. Doubled over. Holding that right arm down like it's limp. Oh, boy.
Elbow?
Oh, no. Holding on Phil Edzianko. Fayetteville will have their second power play of the night. 0 for 1 coming into this one. 17:19 to go here in the third period. A big penalty kill for Birmingham. We'll keep an eye on Phil Edzianko in the penalty box. I don't like the way I saw his right arm dragging. Fayetteville has control of the draw. Ryan Leith sends it up far side. Tim Kent. Kent back to Leith. Return to Kent. Far face-off circle. Back to Leith. Near side Gorman. There's a pass in front for Anzai. Birmingham's Youngworth has it. He'll try and clear. Can't get it out, but Colton Olenek does, and he'll put it back for Anzai. Anzai back right at the Bulls' blue line for Kent. Spins away from one. Goes down. He's looking for a call. None forthcoming. There's loose. Anzai has the puck. Gets it back to Kent. Far face-off circle. Tim Kent holding on to the puck. Goes down low. All the way back to Leith. Leith just inside the blue line. Back to Kent. Centers one for Anzai. They're holding on to the puck, but getting nothing to the net right now. So good penalty kill so far for Birmingham. Leith just inside the Bulls' blue line has it. For Kent, snapshot, save, rebound, loose, still loose, right underneath of Stewart, and the puck comes free to the far side. Leith just turns and spins. Stewart was there and makes the save. Leith now with it. We're down to 45 seconds of power play time remaining. For Gorman, one-timer for Leith, never made it through, blocked by the Bulls defense, and they'll clear down the ice.
Good job by the Bulls being active there, Jody, making it work, getting in the shooting lanes of Fayetteville, and Leith's got a hard shot from the point. Good job by Gagnon, knock that one down.
25 seconds of power play time remaining for the Marksmen. Tim Kim slides it over far side. There's a shot. Save made. Rebound was there. Birmingham has it, and they'll clear. Colton Olenek. We're down to the last 10 seconds of this power play for Fayetteville. They'll try for one more rush as Alex Wilkins gets it up to center ice quickly for Tim Kim. He loses possession. Back to get it for Birmingham as Dorsey wraps one around the boards and out and down. Birmingham killed the penalty. Phil Ledzianko is not looking good. He cannot hold his right arm up, Greg. Puck sent back into the Bull zone. So look out. Stewart had to play it along the near boards. Behind the net, Scahill had it taken away by the Bulls. We'll come back through center ice. Kept Ledzianko for Scott. Adam Scott can't get a shot off. Back it goes to the point. A shot. Save made. That I don't think Muse saw it. Birmingham keeping possession. Played off the side of the net. Scott and Wood were there, taken away though, and here comes Wilkins at center ice. He just lost one into the Bull zone. Playing it there is Scahill. Taken away from him. There's a centering pass. McCrory scores. Slap shot, one-timer off the feed. And ladies and gentlemen, that's not good.
Well, that was McCrory again, Jody, and he's the one that drew the penalty on Ledzianko with that burst of speed down there, and you saw how he just stepped into that loose puck in the slot, and he ripped a laser beam right bar down off Stewart. Not much you could do on that one.
That's McCrory's third goal of the season, but more importantly at this point gives Fayetteville a 3-1 lead with 14:26 to go here in the third period of play. Face-off coming up at center ice. Birmingham has possession. 3 consecutive goals given up by Birmingham to Fayetteville, and that 1-0 lead is quickly dissipated into a 3-1 deficit. Played into the near corner by the Bulls. Kennedy backhands one, trying to get it to Sherrod. He does. He just turns and fires just a little wide. Played by far boards Monkovich and out. Tim Kent had it at the red line. Back for Love. Surrounded by 3 Bulls, so he just backhands one in. How will the Bulls respond mentally to a third goal? We'll find out. Off the stick of Karan. Back comes Fayetteville's Monkovich into the Bull zone. Plays it down low for Kent. He fires one through the crease. Never really made it to the net. Leith has it. Centers one down in the slot for Monkovich. Monkovich cuts far left. Curls around Sherrod. Holding on to the puck. Plays it for Kent. Monkovich one-timer, goes wide, rebound loose, set in front on a nice centering pass, but Birmingham was there, can't clear the zone. Monkovich turns it right back in at the blue line. Played down low by Gorman, backhands one over for Aonzo. Fayetteville is buzzing, and that's not a good sign. There's a nice hit there by Zimmer. Sets it up, Birmingham on the takeaway. Kip Ledzianko there, had it taken away. Comes back to the blue line. Fayetteville in possession still. Sherrod will catch up with the puck for Birmingham, far side. For Olenek. Olenek just gets it out for a line change. Kip Ledzianko brings it in, cuts to the slot. Save made. Muse doesn't know where it was. I don't know if that hit his glove or his helmet, but he shook his head. What a shot by Kip. It just didn't find the mark. Now Mouse will bring it in. Backhands one over. Deflected away. Birmingham will skate away with the puck. Now Muse taken down by Mouse. No call. Excuse me, that was Wood taken down by Mouse. Birmingham has it. Jamie Dorsey near boards. Through center ice, comes back in. Wilkins takes it away. Loose in the Fayetteville zone now, played by Wilkins to Blake Holmes. Lifts one into the air, into the Bull zone, knocked down with a high stick by Gagnon, so we'll have a face-off there with 12:13 to go here in the third period. Greg, I was waiting to see what the mental response would be to that third goal to put up Fayetteville by 2. And I just don't see the intensity I saw earlier on in this game from Birmingham.
Well, that's hard to gauge, Jody, because you definitely see the boost that it gave Fayetteville.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? It's like the first thing you have to do if you're the Bulls is you have to weather that storm and the onslaught that Fayetteville's putting off, and then you have to start mounting back yourself, gaining some of that momentum back. Here to go with 12:13 to go. Still lots of time left in the game. But you've got to open it up somehow if you're the Bulls to get some more scoring opportunities.
I'm afraid you're going to have to do so without Phil Ledzianko, though. I have not seen him on the ice since his penalty expired. He skated from the penalty box to the Bulls bench with that right arm dragging like he had a shoulder problem. I hope I'm wrong. Soretsky, Karan, Kennedy, Dorsey, and I believe that's Sinclair out with those guys that will take the draw. No, Soretsky will take the draw. Those numbers on the sleeves are hard to see for Birmingham. They're blue on red, and I just can't see them. It's Gagnon. Gagnon with the puck behind the net, slides one around the boards. Kennedy has it taken away by Cahill. Now Dorsey slides it far side for Gagnon. Thought about a head manning pass, thought better of it, and then had it taken away by Moran. Dorsey picks up the puck first. Off the skate. Once again, taken away by Fayetteville. There's a shot, save made by Stewart off the stick of McCrory. And Birmingham starting to get the puck away, Greg.
Well, one of those things where when you struggle in your zone, you just can't clear the blue line, Jody. You know, the Bulls, their wingers are coming down low. They're just moving it up to the side, you know, hoping the wingers can make the play and clear the zone. At this point, I'm just playing north and south, and I'm just firing it off the glass, clear the blue line, get the puck in the neutral zone, send it deep, and then go to work.
Now a little trouble on the draw. Birmingham will be tossed. Going in is now Murphy. Controlled by Fayetteville again, right off the draw. Snapshot save made by Stewart from the stick of Kent.
And we're slowly starting to get into that lopsided shooting gallery that we saw last night, where I've got in the third period, Jody, I've got 9-3 shots on goal so far.
Again, right off the draw. Kent's shot didn't make it through this time, and Birmingham picks that puck off of the deflection and sends it into the Fayetteville zone. They can't maintain possession. They just cannot take the puck in and hold on to it. Back the other way comes Fayetteville. Monkovich slides one over. Nice pass. McCrory right past Stewart. Save was made. Rebound just didn't get to anyone. Now a shot from the point from Alex Davis, gloved by Stewart, and he'll hold on.
Now, I don't know if you saw that one, Jody, but on that shot from Kent, the follow-through came up, and as Murphy was going towards him, Murphy got either a stick or something up in the face, and he went straight to the bench, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one, too. So if you haven't seen Ledzianko and you lose Murphy tonight, that's definitely a big blow for the Bulls.
Well, we've already got 2 on the IR. And to be honest, I'd like to have both Gronick and Danny Waite back, but no such thing till December 4th at the earliest. Picked up far side. Wilkie centers one over, slides it to Leith. Plays it behind the net. Youngworth is there, hit by Moust. Puck comes free for Fayetteville. Gorman has it. Banks went out the boards for Mouse behind the Bulls net. Paul Mouse for Gorman. Gorman's nifty with the puck. Slides one over for Leith. He'll just lose the puck for a moment. Slides back to center ice, but Fayetteville gets the puck back. Puck sent back into the Bull zone, knocked down by Sherratt, who'll take it and bank one out to center ice. Back comes Birmingham into the Fayetteville zone. There's a shot easily sticked aside by Muse from Soretsky, who has the puck for Birmingham. Drops it down low. Tried to get it to Scahill. Karan will pick it up for Birmingham. He goes down. Anzai picks it up. Underneath of both players, it comes free for Mouse, who gets it over for Aonzo. Aonzo for Wilkie, right back to Aonzo. They'll just regroup in their own zone. Mouse tips it into the Bull zone, picked up by Gagnon. Under 10 minutes to go here in the third period. Bulls trail by 2. Moran puts his big body between the puck and the Bulls defender and backhands one into the near corner. Whistle blows as that puck gets out of play. It hits someone on the Bulls bench, so a faceoff will come up. 9:42 to go here in the third period. We'll have our next to last media timeout of the period. Greg, at what point do you start sending in an extra forechecker?
Well, in order to send in the extra forechecker, Jody, you got to figure out your zone first. And that's the biggest thing that I'm seeing right now is, you know, Fayetteville, they're just very active. You know what I mean? They're constantly cycling, whether they have the puck. It's like the forwards are, they're in a triangle and they just keep spinning that triangle, and there's always somebody attacking wherever the Bulls are going with the puck in their zone. That creates a lot of pressure, and the Bulls are having to move the puck. They're not really
You know who this reminds me of?
tape
It
to
just hit me.
tape.
When you said triangle, it hit me.
Yep.
This reminds me of watching Sweden play hockey internationally.
Yep.
This is the kind of offense you see from the Swedes, sometimes from the Soviets or Russians, whatever you want to call them. But that, when you said triangle, I remember when watching the Nylander brothers do that triangle to perfection in the World Championships. I just...
And if you stick with the triangle, Jody, you always have two guys low and one guy high in space.
But they're always moving.
But they're always moving and shifting assignments. And like
somebody
I said,
gets open eventually.
Part
Hold on to the puck till it happens.
Part of that is chemistry, and you can run that triangle, right? There's a low cycle that's down low in the corners by the goal line, and then when that doesn't work, it runs out and it turns into a high cycle up top. And that's when you see the guys cutting around the circle into the slot and getting those shots off.
Off the draw, Birmingham. Sinclair wins. We'll skate it out to center ice. Murphy had it go off his stick, but it'll go in deep. Wilkins will come in after it. Murphy hides him into the boards. Loose puck picked up near boards. Onzai has it, and he'll get it out. Connor Scahill. He lost it. Cahill has it, sets it up for Moran. Brings it into the Bull zone. Nice play defensively by Gagnon. Knocks it away, and Scahill will turn it back out. Wilkins takes that errant pass away, and Moran tips it right back in. Gagnon around the near side. Kept in by Monkovic. Save made. Rebound loose. Second shot save again by Stewart. And Birmingham's just trying their best to keep the puck out of their own net. Now a whistle blows.
That was dangerous. Just Monkovic there, just getting that, intercepting it inside the blue line coming in. But what was the dangerous part of that wasn't so much the initial shot because it was so far outside, but it's how Cahill read what Monkovic was going to do. And when Stewart handled the first shot, he was right there on top of him looking for payday.
McCrory wins the draw, loose puck at the Fayetteville blue line, and McCrory will send it deep, played by Stewart. Wraps one around the near side boards. Kent keeps it alive. Monkovic save made again by Stewart. I don't know how this game is going to end, but Stewart's earned his money tonight just as Musichelli did last night. Musichelli. Fayetteville gains control again of the puck. Aonzo sends it in. Birmingham now has it. We're under 8:30 to go here in the third period. Taken away. McCrory shot. Save made again by Stewart. Just taking the puck away from the Bulls defenders. Fayetteville just outworking Birmingham at this point.
Well, every guy on Fayetteville, Jody, their feet are always moving, whether they have the puck or not, and that's key.
Moves, misfires. Played along the far boards. Karan is there. He can do nothing but send it behind the net. Backhanded right back where it came from, and Aonzo easily picks it up. Leith and Aonzo run into each other. Birmingham intercepts. There's a shot. Save made off the stick of Soreski. He has the puck. Centers went through the slot. Kennedy a shot. That one goes wide. Karan in front. Kennedy again goes wide. Karan with the puck in the far corner. Aonzo tries to take it away. He goes down, loose. Still being fought for. Comes back behind the net where Leith picks it up for Fayetteville. He'll try and clear. Misfired, but Gorman was there, and they'll back it out. Sadowski for Kennedy. Tried to tip that pass in through the legs, and it didn't really work. Sent back out by Fayetteville. Birmingham now in their own zone. Through center ice. Sinclair goes down. Tried to bring the puck in. Look out. Mouse gets away. Takes a shot. He scores. Undressed the defenseman far side, and I believe it was Sherratt. But Mouse makes it 4-1 Fayetteville. Wow. 13:09 the time of that goal.
Well, it was one of that puck came through the neutral zone, Jody. One of those things the Bulls defenseman, and you called Sherratt, stepped up on that puck. And everybody, including me, thought Mouse was going to make a play for it, and then Sherratt would have been right in line to hammer him. However, Mouse avoided the hit and the puck went through Sherratt and breakaway.
4-1 to score now as people start to head for the exit. 6:43 to go in the third. Cahill takes a shot wide. Rebound loose. It's a shooting gallery out there right now in the third period. Hanzai in front. There's Cahill knocked off the play by Olenek. Now Olenek skates away. Tried to get it far side. It's just not connecting. It's picked up by Holmes. They're just content to backhand one out to center ice. Cahill has it, and he'll send it far corner. Youngworth picks it up for the Bulls. Kipledzianko not playing on the line with his brother, Phil, who's on the bench, if not in the locker room. Kennedy in the near corner, or far corner, tries to keep the puck alive. He does. Slides one over for Dorsey. Dorsey almost gave it away. Backhands one over. It goes deep. Soreski is there for Birmingham, but ridden off the play by Davis. Loose puck comes along the near side. Kennedy had it taken away, but it comes free for Soreski. There's a far side pass deflected out of play on the shot. That was Tim Kent who deflected it, and with 5:37 to go, we'll have a face-off in the Fayetteville zone. Birmingham trailing 4-1.
Yeah, just out of sorts, Jody. Like, even when they go D to D, and I guess it's one of those things when you lose two guys at the same time, you know what I mean, for the Bulls with Gronick going out on IR, and you lose two guys, that's a lot of chemistry.
Well, when you lose Gronick and Waite, you've lost a lot.
Well,
you've lost a center and one of your smarter players you've ever had in Waite. Now you put that in with Phil Edzianko tonight, and you got a problem. Puck played behind the net by Fayetteville. They'll take it and bank one off the glass and out, but it did hit the glass, so no penalty will be called with 5.5 to go.
But that's what I mean about that chemistry, where you lose those two, you bring in two new guys, and it goes back to one of those things where you make changes to the lineup, you want to kind of do it one at a time. You know what I mean? So you don't lose, but you lost two forwards, and now you're shifting lines up. You're trying to get it going. You could just see on the breakouts, it's like guys are kind of getting there.
They don't know where everybody's going to be.
Right.
That chemistry, as you said, is gone. Puck loose, picked up by the Bulls at neutral zone, and Dorsey will slide it over far side. Murphy is cruising through center ice, but the puck is sent in deep to the far corner. And we're going to have a penalty coming up. I believe this one's coming up. No, they're going to call it icing. Okay. I thought he had a deflection there at center ice, but I guess not. Face off back in the Bull zone.
Well, that's another one. You just saw Sinclair take a hard hit down here in Fayetteville zone, Jody, and he just quietly made his way back to the bench, and that's, you know what I mean? That's another one. Keep your eye on him.
Off the draw, Dorsey tips it behind his own net. Big hit there up by Mouse. Birmingham does have control of the puck, though. Murphy's cruising. He'll go in after it. Gives Holmes a little hit. Rides Leith into the boards, but Holmes comes up with a loose puck. Backhands one off the glass. Comes straight to Gorman, taken away from him by Kipledzianko. Tried to slide it over for Murphy. Kipledzianko with it. Backhand score! That's just work for Kipledzianko. And he wasn't going to be satisfied until he at least got that shot off. And that one backhanded in by Kipledzianko.
Well, good job by Murphy to be there, directed traffic. He was definitely an option. Ledzianko tried to get to him. The defender had to step up on Ledzianko, made its way through. Ledzianko just bounced right through him. A little forehand, backhand, and shebang. And the Bulls are within two.
We'll get the assist in a moment. Nice backhand shot by Ledzianko. Beautiful. 4-2 the score, though. We're still trailing 4:40 to go here in the third period. Back to action. Ayanzo has it. He'll just lift one out. Here's the call.
Ledzianko, his second goal of the night, his sixth goal of the season. The assist was number 29, Shane Murphy. And first Bulls goal scored.
All right, Murphy gets the lone assist. Back to action. Olenek has it. He'll send it into the near corner. Leith Catches up with it easily, loses it to Kip Ledzianko. Tried to center one for Olenek, but it's deflected away, and Cahill will lift it to center ice. Guess who's there? Mike Moran, who backhands one softly into the Bulls zone. Just that quick, we gain possession in their zone. Just that quick, Greg, the puck is out. Stepping out in front of his own net, Birmingham has Soretsky there at that center ice stripe. He can't get it in deep. Monkovich just takes it away along the near side. Played by Love. Love cuts far left wing side. Gets it into the Bull zone. Taken away by Monkovich. Look out. Tried to center one for Kent. Birmingham tips it around to the near boards. Up through center ice off the stick of Kennedy. Back comes Monkovich for Kent. Puts the brakes on, gets it back at the point for Davis. That shot was knocked down by the Bulls. He gets his own shot back, though. Davis holds on to the puck. Curls away from Karan, drops it back for Monkovich. Takes a shot, gloved by Stewart, and he holds on. 3:09 to go.
And that whole last 45 seconds, Jody, takes place because you have the puck in control at the red line. A D steps up, and you can't get it deep. You just get a little chip, turn to go to the bench. But you have to be, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're going to do something, you have to do it with some want to. You got to get those pucks deep, because if you turn it over, what I call
determination.
Yeah, just you have to make that play. You have to get the puck deep, because that's where Fayetteville keys is in those turnovers in the transition zone between the top of their circles and the blue line. And if we just do a little soft chip, they get it, they throw it up, they're gone to the races, they set up in the zone, work it around, low to high, pass it around, everybody's scrambling back, and they get another good scoring opportunity on a shot from the point with traffic in front, and Hayden Stewart has to be there again.
41 shots on goal for Fayetteville, 25 for Birmingham. After a 55-35 night last night, Fayetteville has found some offense. 3:09 to go in this one. Bulls trailing 4-2 with the face-off in their own zone.
$18 shots in the third. 18.
They didn't come out to protect the lead. They came out
Nope.
to get a bigger lead, and you have to appreciate that. Off the draw, played along the far boards. Cahill has it. Birmingham takes the puck away, and back comes Murphy, left wing side into the Fayetteville zone. Right in, a nice shot, trying to use Wilkins as a screen, but the save is made by Muse. And we'll hold on with a face-off in the Fayetteville zone.
No, don't get me wrong, Jody. The Bulls, you think about those two scrambles were dead to rights.
Yeah.
They had one in the first and one in the third where they hit the crossbar. They hit Muse in the top of the shoulder. They
Yep.
didn't even see the puck. And then they had another opportunity after that. So, like I said, it's just a bounce away. But the difference is with McCrory and Monkovich,
Moran.
when they had the opportunities in the high slot to shoot, they weren't hitting crossbars enough.
Yeah.
They weren't missing the net. I mean, they were rippers, and they went right bar down and in.
Yeah. Birmingham takes a timeout with 2:57 to go. I guess we're talking about pulling Stewart here. There's nothing else to lose. You're 2 goals down. Stewart with his mask on at the Bulls bench. I guess he will.
Nice. Coming in.
He's coming off, so we'll have 6 attackers. Empty net to our right for Birmingham. Kip Ledzianko out with Sinclair, Olenek, Scott, Scahill. Kip Ledzianko directing traffic. As Kennedy out as well. This is when you really miss Phil Ledzianko.
100%.
Olenek will take the draw for Birmingham. Why is he doing that instead of Sinclair? Sinclair's on the ice. The puck went right to Muse. Still loose behind the net. A centers one for Olenek. Back at the point for Scahill. Sets it up for Scott. Kip Ledzianko down low for Kennedy. Back to Kip. Scott has it. just inside the Fayetteville blue line. Now he gives it up to Kip. Kennedy with it for Scahill. Scott takes the shot, save made, couldn't get the puck on the rebound simply because Muse didn't give him one. And with a little tie up in front, we'll have a face-off to the left of Colby Muse. 2:31 remaining here in the third.
Well, they've got the right idea there, Jody. We're going to load a high DD across the top. Good low shot in from Scahill from the center of the ice. And Muse just bobbled that one a bit, but he's gobbled it up. No rebound, and the D were there quick to grab hold of the Bulls.
Off the draw, Fayetteville has it, and they'll clear it back into the Bull zone. This is going to be an icing as Scahill goes back to touch it up. 2:24 to go. Face off back in the Fayetteville zone.
It's a lot of icings to kill off 2 minutes and 24 seconds, but I have a feeling we're going to see a bunch.
Well, you're going to see some aiming for the net that's empty in a minute. But that one was not. They just wanted to clear.
Right.
Olenek on the draw for Birmingham. I think they're using Colton on the left face-off or right face-off circle. Puck is really won by no one. McCrory sends it around far side. Ledzianko keeps it alive for Birmingham for Scott. Adam Scott sends a low one in. Again, Colby Muse gobbles it up. Good shot by Scott, but Muse was there and he saw it, and there were no rebounds, so we'll have a face-off again as Fayetteville will change lines.
Well, and that's something on that save from Muse, Jody, that you talk about the changes in hockey over the years, and that's something where back in my generation, we would have used our blocker and trapper to grab that one, but nowadays they just let it come in, gobble it up, and let it hit him in the chest.
Off the draw, Birmingham has possession. Kip Ledzianko plays it down low. Scahill cruising out front. Olenek in the slot. There's a shot, a centering pass for Sinclair, goes wide. Back at the point, Scott has it. Scott steps into it, sets it up far side, deflected in front. Save made, rebound comes free. Kennedy, a shot goes wide. He has the puck, far boards. He'll set it up behind the net for Olenek. Back to Kennedy. We're under a minute 40 to go. Scott with the puck. Still holding on to it. Sets it back at the blue line for Scahill. He takes a shot that's deflected over the net, played around the boards, and out. Scahill better hurry up. Cahill chasing after it as the puck comes into the Bull zone.
Go.
Sends one around far boards. McCrory almost took it away. Wood now with it. Matt Wood will send it in deep, played by Muse. Almost cleared out. Birmingham keeps it alive. That's Soreski, far boards. 1 minute left in the game. Gagnon with it now near side. Plays it down low. Wood has it. Centers one, knocked away easily. Wood gets the puck back, turns, fires. Olenek deflected wide. Olenek wraps it around the board. Scott will have to hurry. He keeps it in, but it gets out as Monkovich was there to tap it out. Birmingham sent it back in, but we have to replay ourselves and get off onside. There's a puck that was sent toward the net. Nice play by Gagnon to keep it out. Now Jordan Gagnon tips it ahead, trying to set it up for Wood. It's loose along the near boards. We're down to 20 seconds to go. This one looks like Soreski centers a pass. There's a shot by Murphy, goes wide. Gagnon has it, far boards. Down low. You need to get the shot off. There's a shot on a bad angle, stopped by Muse. And with 8.8 seconds remaining here in this hockey game, it looks like this one is over. Not a lot to say. You got outplayed for 2 straight games. Disagree or agree?
Agree. And
the effort was there.
In spurts.
Yeah.
But from start to finish, Fayetteville just played 2 complete games.
Yeah. And they didn't let off the gas. They just kept going.
And they didn't even convert on a power play.
Not one. Wilkins sends one down the length of the ice. Sadovsky's going to catch up with it, but no icing, so that'll end the game. Behind the zone net, the horn goes, and Fayetteville has came into Birmingham after losing 4 of 5 and swept the Birmingham Bulls, winning 2 straight on a Friday night and a Saturday night by a score of 4-2 tonight. Greg, there's not a lot I can say about this to take out of it positively. The only thing I will say is our goaltending is not a problem. There are bits and pieces of this team that need work. That's something the coaches will admit.
Yep.
There's still a lot of time left in this season. This is just November.
Oh, yeah.
The season isn't over with until May, theoretically. But we need to turn things around quickly.
Well, and it's one of those things, Jody, where you're thinking that you've got it figured out, you know what I mean, and things are coming together and everybody's starting to bond and get some chemistry going and things like that. Like I said, to have Danny Waite and Gronick go down, it's just unfortunate, but you just got to pick up where you are and start putting the pieces back in together and build the wall one brick at a time.
You've been in these situations where the team is just not playing the way you envision, playing the way you want. I'm sure you've been on teams that turn it around as well as teams that haven't. What's your advice?
Just keep working. That's the bottom line.
All right, that'll do it. For Greg Dreveny, I'm Jody Chernesky. Final score tonight from the Pelham Civic Complex, Fayetteville 4,